technically, there was this weird thing before where if you want to stream to two things simultaneously without using a third-party service, you can do it in OBS, but using like an add-on, and it's like a bit of a hack job. So you have to like start one of them and then start all the other ones. And previously I would have to start streaming on Twitch in order to stream on YouTube. And it was like really clumsy because there was times I would stream only on YouTube, like during the week on Wednesdays. So I switched it so that I start on streaming on YouTube and then Twitch is like the additional one. And like just setting that up was a remarkable pain in the butt. So I was a little bit late this afternoon and apparently forgot to press the button on YouTube. So that happens, I guess. Anyways, we're going to try Leviathan Wilds again. So if you'll recall, we played this guy 2 weeks ago on stream. And I made a fairly minor but incredibly consequential rules error that really screwed everything up. So we're just going to give it a go. We're right back where we were. This is the boss that we were fighting last time. His name's Sentinel. Okay. So it says here, seen this type from time to time. Bipedal, lanky, sorta melting from the sickness. Can't really tell if curing him helps much, but we gotta do it anyway. Guild scholars back home have theories, but there ain't been a lot of chances to study him up close. So basically, we got this big boy here. Okay. And this guy is covered in these gems. Okay, they're represented by dice. He's sick. He's gone crazy. Okay, and we, intrepid little climbers here, are going to climb up him and break all of these gems off of this guy in order to cure him of that sickness. And some of these gems are blighted. These ones, which give you blight. It's one of the ways you take damage in this game. I had made a mistake and I thought all of the gems were blighted. That was the rules error I made previously. We're not going to do that one again. We're going to just play it correctly, I guess. And yeah, so I was just getting this set up here. We're going to also try, I had tried with the solo rules and then I tried just playing two-handed. And I liked two-handed better, but on account of having made that error, we're just going to give the solo rules a try again. So the way that this works is we play with a character, okay, and then also a class. I've got all the characters and class cards off to the side here. I went ahead and picked the two characters we're going to use for a solo game. We kind of do like a little combo in the solo game where we play two character decks, but only one class. So the characters that I picked was Cheer, the amateur mycologist. I think he's actually a jovial mycologist. Okay. And then I picked Fix, who is the grizzled veteran. Basically, I wanted to actually have a chance of succeeding here. So I picked two characters that were like somewhat complementary. Cheer here, this guy, is like a support character, okay? And Fix over here is like more of like a powerful attacking type character. So that's what we're gonna try. And we're gonna see how it goes. I don't know. So what we need to do now is pick our class. Also, I don't know if no one's chatting or if I just don't see Twitch chat because my setup was a little wonky. Probably, I don't know. Maybe I'll figure that out later. Okay, so the only thing I know is I'm never playing the Gambler again. It was like thoroughly unfun. I did not like it. You know what? Just to start us off, I think we're gonna do the only appropriate thing and play the Bard. I have a irrational love of bards. So we're gonna play the Herald as our class. It's probably not the correct try to win choice, but it's what we're gonna do. Who doesn't like a good bard? Martina, thank you for that. Now I know it's a me issue. Not that chat's not loading, but that no one wants to talk. All right, so this is a deck building game, and unlike most deck building games, we have like quite a thin deck we don't really, it's not really a deck building game. We create a deck at the start using our class and cards, or class and characters rather. But then we don't really add or remove from it very much for the rest of the game. However, this deck represents our grip because we are climbing this enormous Leviathan, right? Like, this guy's huge. This is us. Like, we're teeny. We're just a little guy, okay? So, and I think we're, you know, probably this isn't to scale, and our mini's actually bigger than we are in practice. So, you know, we're just little guys. So this deck represents our grip, and we're gonna have a hand of cards, and we're going to every time our deck runs out, we're gonna fall. Okay, so we have to not fall. Falling bad, and in the solo game, we both fall simultaneously, which is sucky. We really don't want that to happen. So we're gonna try and not have our deck run out of cards. One of the primary ways for us to do that is when we rest, we take cards from our discard and add them back into our deck. Now, in the like single player or like the normal game, you would take your entire discard. In the solo mode, we only take 7 cards and add them back. But 7's better than 0, right? So what else do I need to do to set up? I got to shuffle this. This is our Sentinel. This is our bad guy. Each Leviathan has its own unique deck here that is going to represent the ways that they respond. They don't like us climbing on their back and snuggling them. I'm putting these the wrong way too. So we've got the Sentinel deck here. We shuffle it up. Every turn, we're going to end up flipping one of these over and kind of resolving what it shows, right? So initially here, we show off the threat. One of our climbers takes their turn, then we resolve it. So often we're going to get attacked, and we have these little handy marker things that are going to show like, oh, you know, we're going to get attacked in this area and we got to run away. And we have time to respond most of the time before bad things happen. Additionally, as we go through this scenario, the Leviathan's going to get enraged. So every time we go through this whole, like every 5 rounds, basically, we're going to move this little tracker up, and then we're going to enrage one more card. And that's just going to, you know, he doesn't like us hitting him and knocking the gems off, and he's going to get more and more pissy as we go. And the enraged effects are really yucky. They're really bad. So we want to quickly demolish all of these gems, which is, of course, easier said than done. So I believe that's what we need to do for setup. Let me make sure that I didn't check any or didn't miss anything else. We got our deck built here, and we got our player board set up. So we have health and blight. These kind of travel in opposite directions. If they ever meet or pass one another, we die. The other climber has essentially that turn to win the game, which is probably not happening. So that's a thing. And yeah, the map's all prepared. Oh, we have to do extra setup for cheer. That's what we got to do. So it says after placing climbers. Okay, so we get to put our climbers out on the board. This guy's good at attacking stuff, but why don't we see if we can jump him up here and get him over to start going up that way. This was a problem we had last time. I don't remember what the solution was. I don't think there was a good one. We want cheer to be finding mushrooms, so we're just going to start these guys in opposite corners and see what happens. Okay, but after putting that guy out, we take 3 mushrooms. We add 2 to other mushroom spaces, so we're going to put them on spaces that this guy's going to go to. I'm just going to keep that one because that was the one I revealed by accident. Whoops. And our amateur mycologist can go collect those mushrooms. When his special ability is called Yoink. It says when you rest, take 1 random mushroom from the supply. So over here. And then no special setup here on Fix. He's very straightforward to play. And his ability is apply +1 to your strike, but only once per activation. but like usually we try to only strike a limited number of times because we don't want to get blighted anyway. So he just hits harder. That's it. Really straightforward. And we share our like mushrooms and stuff here. This one we picked up, this gives us +2 grip. Basically that lets us move 2 cards from our discard back into our hand, and they go at the bottom. Okay, do I need to do anything else? I don't think so. We draw 3 cards. That's our hand of cards. And we're going to start with fix here. We're just going to alternate every time, right? So let's see what our threat is. That's where we start. Hello, this game looks pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I got my butt kicked last time, but because of a rules error. So we'll see how well I can do today. All right. So what's our threat going to be this time? It's going to be this whooshy attack. So he's going to attack. He's going to target Fix with this kind of S-curve thing. And we want to not be in any of those areas, or else we're going to take 2 damage. And we only have 8, so 2 is a lot. So this probably ruins all of our plans. Oh, what am I doing putting that up there? This goes down here. So if we want to run away upwardly like we had planned to, this is going to hit kind of anywhere in this little area down here. We're at the bottom of the board, so it's not too bad. He's swiping at us, you know, a twisted lash, it says. So I think our plan with Fix was to try and jump up here and then, like, you know, continue running away. And if we're on this spot, we will get hit by this ability. But if we're one higher than that, we'll be okay. So I think that has to be sort of our plan. That, or we have to change our plan and run away, run this way maybe. So generally on our turn, we're going to activate Fix. We always alternate in the solo mode. So Fix is our first guy this time. And we're going to pick one of our cards to be our action point budget for the game, or for the turn rather. So we have 3 cards in hand right now. We have Savor the Flavor, Old Rusty, and Back in My Day. Okay. So these have a budget in the top. In this case, it's 4, 4, and 3. So we're going to pick one of these to be like our action point budget for the turn. And then additionally, we can like play the other ones. We can discard them in order to use their abilities that are printed on the bottom. But lots of times they're not going to be relevant to what we're trying to achieve that turn. So like if we used this as our active card for the turn, we wouldn't get to do its ability, but we would gain 4 action points, and we would also get to ignore anything on the map that shows this. Normally, otherwise we would take damage when we enter those squares. Okay, so then we would have 4 action points, and we can climb 1 spot, which is exactly what it sounds like, moving 1 orthogonally. We can jump 2 for 3 action points. We can skip over a spot and jump to the one beyond it. That means we ignore any terrain, and we can. That's kind of what we want to do. We want to skip over this here because, well, you guys can't see that. You still can't because that's the wrong spot. We want to skip over this spot. That's just open air. We can't climb on it. You know, this guy's hand isn't, if that's a hand, I don't know what that is, but it's not touching the ground there. So we'd have to jump up to there, right? So we're going to try and give that a whirl, maybe. We can also glide. Gliding allows us to move downward, and we can glide any amount, 1 spot per AP, and we can also move diagonally when gliding. And we can move over open air, I think. I'm pretty sure. And then we can also strike. So striking is hitting these gems. That's how the primary way for us to win the game is to break all of the gems. And we just spend X number of action points in order to do X number of damage to them. So like this gem here shows a 2 on it. So we have to hit it for a total of 2 damage. So we could either strike for 1 2 times or strike for 2 or more 1 time in order to break that gem. Okay, so we're going to pick a card and we're going to spend our action points. Now, if we jump up here, that's going to cost us 3 action points, and then we're still going to get hit by this ability, this Twisted Lash. So 3 isn't going to be good enough. So I think we're going to choose Old Rusty as our action point budget for the turn. So we've got 4 to spend, as well as we can use these cards in our hand if we want. Okay, but we're going to spend 3 to jump up. Whoop. Okay, and then 1 more to climb 1. Now, this spot here, these yellow spots are hard to pass. So that means that when we climb into this spot here, we're going to actually have to discard the top card of our deck. We lose 1 grip. Okay, so we're going to go here. We'll be out of that attack now, but we lose this card. Watch out. One of our Herald, our Bard cards is going to go away. And now we have no more action points remaining. We're not going to get hit. We can't hit this thing until we enter its space. We have to be on it, not adjacent to it. We could play these if we want to use their ability. We can do that at any time. We can pick up mushrooms if we're on their spot at any time. We can play cards for their ability. Or we can let go, which just causes us to fall down. Sometimes that's really important for dodging abilities and things like that. So back in my day, it says any climber may climb 1. So that would let us, for instance, get to this mushroom or get over to here, but we would lose another grip if we did that. I also don't know that it's super helpful for cheer to do that just yet. So I don't think that's useful. And savor the flavor, we really want to have this in hand when we use a mushroom. So I kind of want to hang on to this. So I think probably we're done with our turn here, right? So this card always is the last one to go on top of our deck, the one we used for our kind of budget there of action points. And then we're going to resolve that threat. So the threat this time was that whooshy Twisted Lash. So it's going to hit this area. It's going to miss us. Nothing happens. That's really common. We often are able to avoid these attacks. The camera turned off because I forgot to deal with that. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, we should be good to go now. The camera has a fan on it that otherwise it overheats. Really common for mirrorless cameras shooting at 4K, and I forgot to turn the fan on. Did that last stream too. Hashtag pro streamer, by the way. Just the way it goes. Okay, so we're going to resolve this. Nothing bad happens, basically. He swings, he misses. Then we're going to draw back up to 3 cards. We get to keep these 2. We're going to draw 1 more. Turning over our deck in this game isn't necessarily really useful. Like in a lot of deck building games, you really want to use all of your cards in hand. But of course, if we're drawing 3 every time, then we're losing our grip. And we only gain 7 back when we rest, and we really only have, I think, like maybe 10 or 12 cards. So we really don't want to turn over our deck super fast, or we'd just spend a lot of time resting as well. So that was 1 turn. It's now the next turn. It's going to be Cheer's turn this time. Let's see what the threat's going to be. Okay, so he's going to push us down 1, and then we're going to everyone's going to either lose 1 health or lose 1 grip. So losing grip is always better. Healing is ridiculously hard in this game. Thanks for that posture check. The pro streamer didn't work. Oh, Trombone showed up just in time. I know she wasn't the one who activated it. Listen, I'm going to refund that pro streamer because I feel bad. You know why it didn't work? Because in classic OpCost fashion, I'm sure, I guarantee that Trombone would agree. I forgot to turn on the bot. I got so distracted with setting up the streaming software because that stupid switch of whatever, what I described earlier. You know what? I'm going to fix that right now. Be right back.
We respectfully request that you communicate by sending a swift "fuck you" as a direct message.
All right, let me test this and see if it works. Apparently it's not going to let me because that'd be too friendly. Too friendly. Let's see here. It really wants to make this a pain in the butt. I just want to redeem points in my own channel. Come on, I have infinite points. Hey, there we go. There we go. So that's better. Pro streamer, by the way. Whoops. Okay, back to it. Back to it. Let's go. That makes one of us. James responding to Trombone saying she loves Martina. Why is that a quote? Why is that a quote? I don't know. Also, why did it go back to that scene? I'm not sure why that happened either. Okay, so where were we? Before I screwed everything up. Oh, you know why? Yeah, anyway. I just figured it out. Because you're so mean to me. I'm not mean to you, Martina. I love you dearly, and I would never dream of being mean. Okay, it is Cheer's turn here, and we know that at the end of this turn, he is going to get pushed down one, and every player is going to lose one grip. So we'll lose 2 grip overall. 2 cards will have to get discarded. If we end up with 0, we then fall. We currently have 7 over here. So that should be fine. We can tolerate that. We could also, use up this mushroom to gain some grip back and savor the flavor if we were so inclined. That's an idea we could do. All right, this gives us this is a really cool card actually. Back in my day, wow, that doesn't make me feel old at all. This gives us protection from all of the bad things on the board. So that's a really useful one to have too. It's not super useful for us to use this turn, but it's maybe one that we want to keep in hand. Historically, getting these ones that have protection from the blight is really important. It's less important when I play with the rules correctly, but it's still important. I don't know, bro. Why did you say that? I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Okay. This sucks. I want to savor the flavor. I want to do that. I think I want to use that. I want to abuse these mushrooms whenever possible, but I don't think we're going to do it this time. We're just going to play that for our action points. So we've got 4 that we can spend, and I think we're just going to go for a little stroll here with our friend Cheer and pick up these other mushrooms. So we can go, we have 4 actions we can spend. We can go 1, 2, pick these up. It's a free action to do so. So that one lets us strike 1 for free. And this is +2 health. That's big. Okay, and then we still have 2 action points to spend, but we don't want to end our turn by this gem because we will end up getting pushed down 1 at the end of this turn. So I think probably what we want to do is we want to go 3, 4. We spend up our action points climbing up. He's going to push us down, and then we can deal with this blighted gem next turn. And just because it's going to be good to have, I think we're going to play this motivate. It says any climber becomes focused. So when we get focused, we get to flip over this token at the bottom here. And then we can basically add +1 to any other action, like a strike is primarily the way we're going to use that, And then this turn's done. So this gets discarded. We resolve the thing, so we get pushed down 1. Whoop. And everybody either loses a health or a grip. We're going to lose a grip. So that's 2 grip. Those were nice cards that I would have preferred to pick up. And then we're going to draw to 3. So now we got a problem where we only got 3 cards left here. So we're going to have to rest sooner rather than later. you know? And what's going to happen this turn? Have a good lurk. Reading sci-fi, not a romance. I don't know if I believe you, but... Okay, so this time, this one sucks. This is super sucky. So whoever has the most health is going to gain a blight and lose a grip. So gaining blight is like the way we lost last game. And probably we can't avoid that sickening presence. So we're going to have to just deal with it, basically. So what do we want to do? How do we want to do this? We probably want to get that mushroom. We probably want to rest, actually. So a rest action costs us 2 action points. So if we want to get over to this ledge, in order to rest, we have to be on a ledge. There's one right here. So we probably want to move to that ledge and rest, which is going to require us to use 4. I think that probably we're going to use our onward card in order to achieve that. So we got 4 action points. We're going to go 1, 2, and we want to actually use this card and then rest so that we get it back into our thing. We can recover up to 7 cards. There's only 6 there. So we're going to play our hidden stash. This is Cheers, you know, the amateur mycologist here. So it says any climber takes 2 random mushrooms from the box or 1 discarded mushroom. So 2 from the box or 1 that we've used previously. So we'll take 2 from the box. Getting a little mushroom collection here. We got 1 that lets us avoid, we can ignore the tiles that are hard, that cause us to lose grip, and 1 that lets us glide too. So we got a nice little collection here. I'm liking that. And now we're going to rest. So when we rest, we gain 7 cards. I think that's what's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is. We're going to shuffle these up and add them to the bottom of our grip deck. And then this gets discarded now after the round. Sad, but true. And we resolve that threat. So whoever's got the most health, we're tied, we get to choose. We're just going to say Fix is going to handle this. So he gains a blight and loses a grip. And it's now Cheers' turn. We're going to see what we got coming. Okay, so this is like a gnarly attack where if we're anywhere in like this 3x5 grid above our current spot, anywhere up here basically, we're going to take 2 damage and get pushed 1 to the right, which currently would knock us off the Leviathan. So we cannot get hit by this. Now, of course, the easiest way to not get hit by it is to just move down, because we have to either move down or move up like 3, right? I mean, this lets us move upward a lot. We don't want to ignore this gem, though. We kind of want to deal with that. How are we going to handle this? I don't know. I really don't want to take 2 damage and get pushed around. That would suck. You know, if we play back in my day, we can actually kill this gem, and then we can just let go to avoid the damage. That's an option. Because otherwise we're going to get blighted by hitting it. Or we're going to have to like spend a couple of turns running around and whatever. We could probably just spend a turn climbing up one of these ones instead. So let's give that a try. We'll play back in my day. We've got 3 action points, and we ignore all of the like terrain types, which is pretty cool. Hi James and chat from Sunny Bonaire. All the fish from Finding Nemo say hello too. Clownfish. All right. Wow. Welcome in, Allison. Okay, so let's do this. We are gonna remember that where this is attacking, and we're gonna move 1 with one of our action points, and then we're gonna strike for 2. Okay, and when we strike for 2, it's gonna destroy this gem. And normally we would take blight, but we don't have to suffer blight this turn. And then we're gonna fall down. Because otherwise I don't think there's any way. I guess let's see what else we have. Not falling would be cool, but we're out of action points. So in our hand we have upward. We can become focused and jump up. That would allow us to get up to here where we would get immediately struck by the thing and take 2 damage. So that almost works, but it doesn't. And self-actualize lets us gain health and grip. So I think we're just going to fall down. So when we fall, we have to resolve anything in the spots. We fall until we hit a ledge or the ground. We have to resolve anything in these spots, but we get to ignore that damage in this case as well. So we got rid of the gem. This guy swings at us with his side swipe and misses. And we draw back up to 3, and we're on to Fix's turn. Life's good. What's going to happen? The highest climber is going to lose 2 health. He's just going to roar at us, and we're going to be intimidated and lose health, so that sucks. Are you trying the right rules this time? Yeah, I talked about that a lot before you got here, Allison. I'm doing exactly that. So that feels good, I guess. All right, we're going to play Upward. This is one of our Bard cards. Okay. And it's going to allow us to have 5 action points to spend, so a lot. Okay, and it lets us ignore the hard spaces, the ones that we lose grip. And we're going to go 1, pick up that mushroom. That lets us climb 2. That's a useful one to have. And then we're going to go, I guess we can glide 2. Well, maybe we only needed 4 action points. Anyways, we can glide for 2. Or, well, 1 glide. That's 2 action points spent. We're going to attack this for just 1. Because our ability here is we add 1 to our strike. 1 time per activation. So we've spent 3 action points and we destroyed that gem. We do not have to worry about blight because it was purple. That was the rule I screwed up last time. And then what I thought we were going to do was go 4 back onto this ledge and just... I thought that was going to be at 5 and we were going to just hang out there. Which we could still do. We could plan to rest next turn. Or instead of going there, we could continue climbing and just figure resting out some other time. I don't know. What else have we got in our hand? Gain 1 health and a grip. We haven't lost any health, so we don't really want to use that. And any climber may anchor and then may jump up 1. Okay, well, I think probably let's continue climbing. We got some cards in the deck here. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, so Upward's done. Highest climber loses 2 health. That's this guy. Sucks to suck, Fix. We're going to draw a card. And now we reached the end of the round. So we're going to take all of these and shuffle them up. But this moves to the right, which means the first of these cards is going to be enraged. So this guy's going to get angry. We're going to have 1 enraged card initially. Sorry I was late to the game. It's going better this time. I mean, we only just are getting started. So I was a little late getting started with stream. Had a couple weird tech things that I'm not going to bother to describe again just because they're really pedantic and silly. I don't even know that I described them well the first time. But it's going okay. It's going okay. So far, so good. We're trying the solo rules again instead of 2-handed. We're back to a single deck, alternating activations. It's working out okay. We're going to activate our friend Cheer this turn. We get the enraged thing. What's going to happen? Oh, goody. So this is a fun card. So he's going to try and attack us in like a huge radius. If we get hit, we lose 2 health and get pushed 1 to the right. And if we dodge it, he enrages, which means we flip over the next card to its enraged side. So instead of getting the wimpy version, we get the mean one. Now, a good way to avoid this would be using block, but we don't have, I think, any block in our deck. So that's just the way it's going to be. We're just going to face tank it or run away. And that's that. I mean, we do have a couple cards that let us gain health. Maybe it's worth just gaining the health back. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so why don't we use Hang in there? It's only got 3 on it. We're unlikely to activate it at some other time right now. Okay, and then we have our action point and budget of 3, which is not very much, but we can move over 1, and then we can use Savor the Flavor here. It says, when you use a mushroom, choose one of these. Is that even worth using yet? Probably not. Strike 2, jump 2. We don't want to jump or we're going to end up falling down. Gain 3 grip. I was just going to rest. So, I don't know. Maybe we keep Savor the Flavor in our hand. We don't actually do anything. We suck at this game. We're just going to move 1 spot over and then rest, get our cards back, and face tank this guy. We're going to see if that works out. So we lose 2 health on Cheer, and we get knocked 1 to the right. And that feels like a super wimpy turn, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Hopefully it'll be worth it. I think so. At least we're not enraging another thing. Which is good, because it was the worst card in this whole deck, where both of us would gain a... I'm doing it again. A blight. I was going to call it a glitch. Why do I think it's glitch? That happened to me last time too. It's just the word that comes to mind is glitch, even though that's not a thing. It's just, I'm crazy, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so most health, that's a tie currently, is going to gain a blight and lose a grip. So, going better. It's going okay so far. So far, so good. So let's play. We're playing as Fix this turn. We got to go through this spot. We don't really want to lose grip, but it's not like a crisis if we do, I don't think. So, do we want to use any of our mushrooms? Not particularly, I don't think. So why don't we pick Self-Actualize as our card that we're going to use. We have an action point budget of 4. And I think we're just going to start walking up to this gem. Right? 1, 2, 3. I think we gain a thing here. Oh, this is secure, so it goes into our hand instead because we lost our grip. So that's cool. That worked out fine. And then we got 1 more action point, which is like the awkward amount of action points to have, right? It's never particularly useful for us to have 1 action point. We don't really want to strike this yet because we don't have a card that prevents. We're going to take our stupid blight damage and lose the game and be sad. So we really don't want to do that. So, I mean, we could use Savor the Flavor to make it work. We would just gain a blight. Do we care? Is it worth it to just gain a blight and see what happens? Let's try it. So it says, savor the flavor. When you use a mushroom, choose one. So let's use the I don't know, +2 health mushroom. Okay, so we're going to use that up. We gain 2 health. And then we can strike 2. But we can add +1 to that with our hit it harder ability. And we can focus it, which allows us to strike for 4. So we'll blow up this gem in one go, but we do gain a blight because we interacted with a blighted gem. But that's okay. It's okay. We're sort of all right with that, I guess, maybe. Sort of, somewhat. And I think we're going to use this savor or hidden stash as well. Any climber takes 2 random mushrooms from the box. Block 1 and +1 action point. We would have really liked to, instead of that, find a get rid of a blight, but we didn't. But we do still have 1 more action point, and we can walk up onto that ledge there. And then we're done. These are discarded because we used them. This one's gone as well. Person with the most health gains a blight. That's this guy, and loses a grip. Sucks to suck. Well, that's the card we need in order to hit and avoid gaining blight. Oh well. We'll draw back up to 3. It's Cheer's turn. What do we got? Oh, we're going to get pushed down again. Poor Cheer just keeps getting pushed down this gigantic giant. And that's all that happens to him. So that really sucks, you know? So at least it's straight down. Now, do we want to just send him back up this one again so that he can get to this double mushroom? No, we want to go up one of these legs on principle just because. So, wow, he's going to have another just like absolutely wasted turn, basically. This card would be nice to have in hand when we're breaking blighted gems, which probably isn't happening very soon. So we're just going to spend it for its 4 AP. And we're going to go... Ugh, God. What a disaster. We're going to spend our 4 to just go 1, 2. We could rest. I think that's our best move. It's sad, but true. Before we rest, we'll play our teamwork card. So it says choose 1, climb 1, strike 1, gain a health, gain 2 grip, and then another climber chooses 1. That actually doesn't really help us right now. Maybe we just keep that in hand. Oof, what a wasted turn. Whatever, we're just gonna rest. Poor guy. Poor guy is just getting pushed down this mountain and doesn't get to do anything cool. This mountainous Leviathan really doesn't like cheer. So he pushes him down, no big deal, and then we lose 2 grip. That's 1. That's 2. Those were both great cards that we would have really liked to add into our hand, but too bad, we suck. And now it is Fix's turn. Hey, the highest climber is going to lose 2 health. I have a feeling I know who that is. So, what do we want to do? This gem is not blighted, so we can just go smack it. And in between us and that is a damage thing that if we play lead by example, we can ignore that damage. However, we then can't use lead by example, which allows us to become focused. Focus is really useful. You and another climber become focused. That would be cool. That would be cool. Let's just suffer the consequences. We're going to try playing teamwork for... actually, no. Yeah, we're going to try playing teamwork for a budget of 5. And we're going to go 1, take a damage. 2, we're going to strike it. We get +1, so we'll strike it for 2. Okay? Because then we hit it for 3. We have 1 more AP left, but this gem's also gone. And we're just going to walk up here and collect this mushroom, which is Anchor. We can eat that mushroom to quickly stop falling and grab onto something, basically, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to play our lead by example. You and another climber become focused. We like that. Focus is useful. And we could use this to jump, the watch out card. But it would also allow us to actually climb usefully on poor cheer here, so I think we won't do that. We'll just hang out, keep it in hand. We got to get this guy an actual turn. And then sadly, Fix takes 2 damage because he's the highest dude there. We're going to probably have to heal that sometime before never, or we're going to lose. Because if these ever are on the same spot, we lose. That'd be bad. Okay. We wanted to climb this thing, but we're never doing that because if we climb it, we're going to get hit and lose 2 health. Thank you, Sentinel. Your hate of cheer continues. Oh, you know what? I'm retconning this. I'm taking my 1 mushroom from resting that I failed to do. Okay, I guess we're going up this leg instead. We're just going to play Watch Out. Gets us 4 AP. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to ignore that spot. We're not attacking this turn or anything else. And I don't think we want to activate these either. So we're just going to hang out here, and that's our turn. He's going to swipe at us and miss. We don't really care too much. We'll draw back up to 3 cards. We'll shuffle these guys up. We get 2. We get 2 cards that are enraged this time. And it is our friend Fix's turn. What's he got to deal with? The highest loses 2 health and gains an injury. And the second highest loses a health. So that's pretty bad, because if we lose 2 health, we die immediately. So, that's sort of intolerable to us, I think. We also do not have a lot of cards here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play this onward. Gain 1 AP, or well, rather it's 4 AP. We don't get to do its effect. But we can glide 1 to get down to here. 2 to get over to this ledge. We're going to rest, but before we rest, we're going to use self-actualize, gain a health, and a grip. So when we gain a grip, we shuffle up these cards and randomly take 1, and it goes on the bottom. I suppose we're allowed to look at it before it goes there. Back in my day. Anyway. And then with our remaining nothingness, we're gonna rest. And I mean, I guess we could mend also. You can always spend 1 AP to mend, which heals you. But I don't want us to be in a spot where poor frickin' cheer has to rest every time. I mean, we get mushrooms that way. Okay, let's mend. Let's mend. We'll spend our 2 AP healing instead. Cool. So, highest is going to suffer 2 damage and take an injury. So that's this deck here. I'm going to make sure it's all shuffled up. These all suck. Usually it's like, you know, you sprained your ankle or something, you know, you're confused, whatever. And once it kind of resolves, or there's something we can do on it to get rid of it. We're graceless. After you stop falling, lose a health. Remove this injury if you are ever in a space on the starting row. So for the rest of the game, for Fix, if he ever falls, he'll lose a health at the bottom. And once he gets down to the floor here, this injury goes away. Not too terrible. Okay, so it's Cheer's turn. What is this guy going to do? Oh, cool. If we miss, he enrages. He attacks in like an utterly enormous area. And all we want to do with Cheer is rest. So That sucks. And we really want to get rid of this gem while we're here, you know, while we're standing at it. We don't want to have to keep running back up this Leviathan. Poor Cheer is getting, you know, I feel like he's been unfairly targeted. So this is a gem with a 4. We really need to be able to like strike 3 or something like that. Okay, let's see here. Let's use this motivate. We're gonna find a way to make this work. That's going to give us 3 action points, and we're safe from blight this turn. Okay, so we are going to use a mushroom. Okay, this lets us strike for 1. And when we use a mushroom, we're going to savor the flavor. And we're going to strike for 2, and we're going to focus that second strike. So we're going to hit it for 1, and it's down to 3 health. And then we're going to hit it for 2 plus 1, and it's gone. And we didn't gain any blight, and we haven't used any of our 3 action points. And we're just going to run away and then face tank this, I think. So we want to be able to rest, and I don't think there's a good way that we can do that and not die. We're gonna get pushed also, so we'll fall off this leg anyway, even if we run up. And we don't want to enrage the next card. That sucks. It's really bad. So we just kind of want to get... We're gonna let this guy hit us in the face. So we have 3 action points. We're gonna fall. That costs us none. We're gonna rest. So we get 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll shuffle these up. We'll discard 1. And we'll add the rest to our deck so that we don't lose all of our grip. And then we have 1 more action point, which isn't really enough for us to do anything, but we do get to take a random shroom from the supply. But when we rest, we yoink it. That's Cheer's special ability. And we might as well mend for 1 because we're about to get hit in the face. Poor Cheer. He just gets discriminated against by this guy. I don't know what his problem is. So this guy's going to hit us for 2. We're going to use this to block 1. So we're only going to get hit by for 1. We get pushed 1 to the right. But he does not enrage. So that's cool. We'll draw back up to 3 cards. And it's Fix's turn. What's going to happen to him? He's going to get pushed down. And then everybody's going to lose a grip. Okay, so how can we make this work out well? I think since we're going to get pushed down, we probably want to end up in a spot where we are, like we could get pushed down onto this mushroom, for instance, right? That wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. Get pushed down onto that one. So if we end our turn there, that's okay. So maybe let's just use hang in there. That gives us a budget only of 3. But what we can do is we can just mend twice, 1, 2, and then move over 1. And he'll just push us down onto that gem spot, and we'll be happy. Right? We'll be happy. I think. Maybe. Let's try it. All right, so one thing that's unclear to me, actually, I want to look. When we enter that spot, are we supposed to take a blight or only when interacting? I don't know. I wonder. This is the thing that I messed up last time, so I just want to get it right. Okay, no, it's only when striking them. When you strike a blighted crystal. Okay, cool. So, we're good. We get pushed down one. Whoop. Nothing bad happens. And then everybody loses a grip or a health. We're going to lose grip. Oh no, never mind. That's not secure. Ah, that sucks. We drop to 3. And what happens to poor Cheer? How does he get ruined today? It's his favorite thing, the weird S-curve swipe. So, we want to get away, basically. So, either this yellow spot is safe, or 2 higher than that is safe. And he can get there if he just uses his hidden stash. He can get there, and we don't lose any grip in doing it. But hidden stash would be really nice to play. So, I'm not sure. What do we want to do here? Do we want to just lose a grip? Let's just do it. Let's play onward, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This means we'll be safe from this active ability. We do lose a grip. This one, watch out. No big deal. I don't care that much. But we'll be safe, and then we have our hidden stash, which we can play, which lets us take this last mushroom, which isn't the mushroom we wanted. The one that we want is there's one that reduces blight, and we can get it out every time we rest, or every time we play Savor the Flavor, rather. I guess now when we rest, we don't actually get anything because we used that, but oh well. We can repeatedly use it with our friend Cheer here, but only if we find it, which we have yet to do. So we'll have to figure that out. Anyways, this guy's going to swipe at him. Twisted Lash. Misses terribly. We're down to exactly 1 card in our draw pile. We have 1 grip left. So at some point as part of our activation here, we are going to have to rest, or we are going to end up falling, which is going to be really bad. So that's a thing. Crap. Okay, I think we lead by example. Oh, we have to rest though. We can't just I thought we could do that. But maybe we can. Okay, let's... Oh wait, if we're gonna hit this thing, we have to play our Back in My Day, or we're gonna gain blight. We cannot tolerate additional blight on this guy. So that probably doesn't work. We could use our thing to gain additional grip though, and not die. Ooh, let's see. I forgot. What's happening to us? We gain another blight. Sweet. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, we're going to play Back in My Day. So we have 3 action points. But if we strike this thing for 1, we can use Old Rusty to make this and focus it. And that says apply +3 to your strike, and we get +1 from hit it harder. So we're going to spend 1 action point and hit this for 5, and we do not gain blight. Okay, totally worth it. And then we only have 2 left. So, I mean, if we do run out of grip, we would just fall and have to end up resting. If we just get up to this ledge, we don't actually fall anywhere. So, maybe that's not too bad. Blight sucks! This is not the mushroom we were looking for. Yeah, totally. Totally. So, I don't want this guy to have to frickin' climb again. That just sucks. Let's just use this mushroom for 2 grip. So we take 2 cards out of here. We do get to see what they are. Okay, so what do we get? Onward and Old Rusty, the ones we were just using. Oh well. Put them there. Now we have enough to draw so that we don't run out. And we do still have 2 action points. Mind you, we could have just moved up to that ledge and then rested with our 2 action points. Okay, listen. We're going to pretend that we didn't do that. The benefit of solo gaming. We can just retcon and no one gets hurt. Because we have 2 action points remaining. So let's spend our move 2 mushroom to go 1, 2. And then use our remaining 2 action points to rest. And we get 7 cards back instead. Which is all but 2. So we'll take 2 out. Okay, and we'll put these other ones underneath. And then that way, we're feeling okay about our failure. We do gain, because we have the most health, we do gain a blight and lose a grip. But nobody fell, and life's okay. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have 3 enraged cards, and I bet you that our poor friend Cheer is just going to get a butt kicking here. But so far, we've killed almost all the blighted gems, right? And we have 4 gems remaining on the map, so it's like conceivable that we can do this. Challenges we're going to have are that the blight is really creeping up on Fix. He basically can't be the guy to go destroy that unless we get the right card. Like, we can't tolerate taking an additional blight, and maybe even that isn't okay. And Cheer has just never made it up past this guy's ankles. He's really into the mushrooms, but he's not a great climber. So let's see, what's the thing on him? Oh, it's the huge Zone of Doom. So it's 2 higher, 2 lower, and 2 to either side, a big square. So anywhere in this area is just going to get hit and is going to get pushed. So we basically got to get to this mushroom. We're going to run. Sorry, Cheer, you got to run away. And then that's going to make him enrage, and we're going to get 4 enraged cards this time. Because we just can't get hit. We can't keep... Cheer can't just sit at the bottom of the map watching other people do things for forever. I mean, he could, but we don't want him to. That would make us sad. If we tried to min-max here and abuse this, we could go up here, rest, and get to here, and then we'll get pushed onto this spot and gain a mushroom. And we wouldn't have to enrage another card. Is that worth it? I don't know. The enrage effects seem quite a bit worse. Healing isn't that hard to do. We could do that with our teamwork card, because we would move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could do it. We're gonna be hurting. Let's just try it. I'm sorry, Cheer. You get to face tank the monster. I'm sure it'll be fine. So he's gonna go 1, take a damage. 2. Do we want to use either of these? Yes, we do. We're gonna use lead by example. You and another climber become focused. So we're both focused. That's good. Do we want to use this card? Gain 1 AP. We don't need an additional AP this turn. So we're just not going to do that. And we'll rest. So we get up to 7 cards back. There's 5 here. So we have basically our whole deck in our grip. That's pretty good. And then 5. We'll move to there. Sadly, we get hit in the face, take 2 damage. We no longer have the block thing here, because we keep discarding Savor the Flavor. We also get pushed over, and we lose a grip when that happens. So that's unfortunate. But that's okay. That's okay. We survived. And we can pick up that mushroom next turn. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right. It's Fix's turn. What do we got? Oh, the active player gains a blight. Just what we were hoping for. And then all players lose a health, so he'll be very close to dying. Basically, we gotta recover that. Like, we gotta find the mushroom that reduces blight. How are we gonna do that? I don't know. We definitely can't attack this turn. We'll die. So why don't we go try and get up to this higher ledge and maybe recover that other mushroom? So let's play Watch Out. That gives us, we don't lose grip, and we have 4 action points. So that would let us just go 1, 2, 3, 4 if we wanted. But I think we want to get that mushroom and get onto that spot while we don't lose grip. So we're going to play Upward instead. Any climber may become focused, we already are, and can jump. And we can jump to here, and we still have our 4 action points. So we can go 1, 2, 3. For a free action, we can pick up our mushroom, which is the one we wanted. It's the one we needed all along. We're just going to use that immediately to reduce our blight by 1. And then we have our final action. We can move over onto that little ledge and hang out. And we had a pretty good turn overall. That was pretty successful. He's going to push us down, but we're not going to fall or anything. And we can lose some grip, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so he pushes us. We all lose 1 health and a grip. Not or, because it's enraged. That sucks. Okay, we gotta heal poor Cheer up or we're boned. Oh, we just lost our Savor the Flavor card, which is the one we need in order to get that back. That sucks. Okay. So, what's gonna happen to poor Cheer? The highest loses 2 health and gains an injury. The second highest loses a health. So, this is starting to look a little iffy. Let's pick up this mushroom. Let's do that. Let's do that first. Draw 1 card. That could be useful. That could be useful. Beat the monsters, James. I believe in you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's focus on getting this. Let's focus on getting healed up, right? And getting that Savor the Flavor card back so we can reduce this blight level, because that's like an absolute loss condition. So I don't have a hugely good card in my hand. I'm going to use this draw 1 mushroom. See if we can get something that has 5 on it. No, we did not. We have another with a 3. So we're getting 4 or nothing. We're going to use our lead by example. Okay, 4 action points. We're just going to play onward. Actually, how many cards are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So we're going to play onward. That lets us gain 1 AP during our activation. So we have 5. And we're going to go 1. Rest, that's 2. We get all these cards back, including our Savor the Flavor, which I'm going to totally shuffle to the top, right? Totally. So we got 2 action points left, which we are going to use to mend twice. And I think we're going to even... Is this a critical moment where we need to use our +1 AP? I don't think we do. Because we could just use it to heal. That feels like a waste. I think we're good. We healed a bunch. We're happy. I wonder if the mushrooms, if the supply runs out, if we're supposed to make a new supply or not. because it's currently empty, and that means that when we rest, we don't get anything from our ability, which feels crappy. It does not say. I feel like I recall reading that, but I could just be making that up to feel good. If you need a mushroom and there are none left, mix the discarded mushrooms face down to create a new supply. Okay. So we do get one. Maybe the one we want. Yeah. Not the one we want, but a good one. Let's just use it immediately and gain 2 health. Sweet. Sweet, that was good. That was good. All right. Highest loses 2 health. Bonk. Takes an injury. I'm sure this will be good. You cannot do the let go anytime action because you're fearful. Remove this injury after you fall at least 3 spaces. But of course, if we fall, we'll take a damage. And if we take 2 damage, we lose. So, no big deal. I'm sure that'll be fine. We also lose a health on cheer, the second highest. And then what's going to happen on our next turn? On Fix's turn here, it's the S-curve thing that does 2 damage. Now, a good thing is that if this card is enraged, it's really bad. Thanks for that lurk, Gecko. If this one's enraged, it's really bad because it says swift. It happens immediately, and you just face tank it and lose gain of light, which is really not good. We would have lost the game if that was enraged, actually. So, okay, so our best bet here is to move 2 over. We'll avoid this whole thing if we get over to this spot here. And then we can strike that anyway and probably work our way down and let this guy make it up and deal with the blighted crystal. So, how are we going to do that? I think we're going to play Motivate. This sucks because we have the cards that let us avoid Blight, but he has no Blight, so he can probably tolerate it anyway. So that only gives us 3, which is unfortunate. But I think we can kill this thing anyway. We can go 1, 2, and then we can strike for 1. And we'll use Old Rusty, which gives us +2. And we hit it harder, so we have +3. So we break that gem. And that was our whole turn. We've used up all 3 of our actions. We're not allowed to fall down, because we kind of want to, I think, at this point. But maybe not immediately. We didn't use our focus. Overall, that was pretty good. And we dodged the swipe, and it doesn't do any other nasty things to anyone because it misses. It's not too bad. Okay, whoever has the most health is going to gain a blight and lose a grip. That's a tie currently, so we're going to make our friend Cheer have that happen to him. Now he's going to try and come kill this thing, or maybe he just ignores it and we glide over and we just race to the top. Let's do that. So we're going to play Onward. We have 4 AP. And we're going to use our hidden stash. Any climber takes 2 random mushrooms from the box. We're going to take these ones because we want to find the one that lets us get rid of the blight, which we did not find. So we know it's in these other 3. It's probably worth it for us to keep these and just have a really small supply of mushrooms that we cycle. Anyways, we've got 4 left. So 4 action points, that is. And we just want to move up, I think. Do we just get rid of this while we're here? We don't really have a great way of moving up because... No, we go up. We go up. So we go here, we lose a grip. Oh, it's our Savor the Flavor. God, how do we keep doing that so consistently? We've discarded that card, like, every time, basically. So that's 1. How many do we have? 4. 2. We don't have to be on a ledge in order to mend. So we can go 3, 4 and just heal up. That also means we definitely have the most health. We're the ones who are going to gain the blight and lose a grip. Okay. It's now the next round. Sadly, that means we get 4 enraged cards. So Fix is going to try and come down the Leviathan and break these 2. And Cheer, our least successful climber, is going to try and go up the Leviathan and bust that one. That feels inefficient, but we'll probably die if we do it any other way. Yeah, because our friend Fix is about to gain another blight, which means that if he takes any damage, we lose the game. Or, well, he dies, and we probably lose. Most health and second most health. That's both of us. Okay, so let's play Upward. It gives us 5 action points, and we can ignore the loss of grip. And we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can play Strike 1, which lets us use our focus to make it Strike 2. And we apply +1, so we can get rid of this. And then another climber gets to also do 1, so we can gain 1 health. Or we could gain, no, we can gain 2 grip, because if we gain health, we're going to end up falling. Yeah, we'll gain 2 grip. No, not this. What'd we get? What'd we get? Savor the flavor. Perfect. Okay. We're living the dream. We're mushroom abusers over here. We don't even feel bad about it. If we use this one up, we'll turn over more cards. We'll get that savor the flavor back sooner. We have to rest on Cheer's turn anyway. And this is a 3. It is good for hitting that top one, though, which we want to do within a turn or 2. We hold this. I think we hold it. Okay, so most health and second most health, we each gain a blight, 1 blight, 2 blight, and lose a grip. Oh no, we're gonna lose savor the flavor. Oh, we're gonna fall anyway. You know what? We're gonna use this mushroom to gain 2 grip first. Because I don't want to fall. I don't like falling. Falling sucks. And then we'll lose 2 grip. And then we gain our cards. Okay, there's Savor the Flavor. We did it. I don't know how. It's not actually super useful. Just when we use Mushroom, we gain extra stuff. But it is now Cheer's turn. So what's going to happen to him? Oh, something bad. I got these the wrong way. The highest loses 2 health, and the second highest loses 1 health, which means we've lost the game now, I think. Because he'll take 1 damage, and then he will die, and then we have like 1 turn to win. And I don't know that there's a way that we can heal him. So I think we just lost. But we can try and see. Maybe there's some magical way that we can sprint and do all of the things. But given that we have to cycle our deck here and rest, I think that the answer is no. So we are going to try to, I don't know. I don't think we can get up to that thing anyway. It's far. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces away, and then it's a 6. We would need 14 action points to get rid of that. And then there's still a 5 mushroom down here. So I think it's like, I think we've lost. We're going to lose 2 health. The second highest guy is going to lose a health. And if we'd flipped over a different card, we would have been fine, but we didn't. So we have failed. Womp womp. We almost did it. We were a lot closer this time, and this was a lot less frustrating overall than last time. So that's cool, but we still ultimately failed. Wompity. It's a disaster. Again, looking on brand. Feeling much more attainable than last time. Grip is good. Yeah, it was feeling attainable until you said that, Allison. So, damn. Jack, welcome in. Nice to see you. Then again, losing is on brand. It's true. It's true. It's true. Okay, so things we could do better to make this a win. I want to beat this stupid Sentinel. Things we could do better to win here are that I think we were really unlucky in that we didn't find, like, if I have a misgiving about this game, it's that Blight is so much harder than anything else. It's really the only thing that feels like it matters significantly unless you're playing like an idiot. Like, you know, you could fall down and get knocked off of things, but it's sort of like, it's very deterministic. Whereas Blight, you just get to suffer, right? So not finding that mushroom really hurt us, but Blight's always a problem. Like, if we weren't playing as Cheer, we wouldn't even have that as an option to do, right? So I think that, oh, there's another one. Oh, I used that one wrong. That was the Blight Shield. This is the -1 Blight. Anyway. So I think the main thing that we need to do different is we probably can't afford to run the Bard deck in here. We need a deck that gives us some block or something like that. Which sucks. But just the way it's going to be. Just here to ruin the fun. Happens. Thanks for that hydrate. Always taking care of me, you guys. Look at you. All right. Let's beat this stupid Leviathan. And let's do it with Cheer and Fix. I think that's a good combo. We just need... We can't run the Bard. So, if we look at Cheer and Fix and their stats, right? Cheer is like primarily a support character, and Fix is primarily a power character. Why don't we try and add... We don't have any mobility. Let's try and pick a deck that gains us mobility, because that actually sounds well-rounded and maybe it would work, you know, as an idea. Good luck, Mr. Opcost. Thank you. How you been, Jack? Hope you're well. I just lost, which happens a lot. All right. So, it looks like we're either getting like something with the same amount of mobility as before, or like a absolute ton of mobility, and there's no in between. Let's try it. Let's just try the free climber deck. I think we did this once before. Oh my god, it's like all moving around basically. It's just mobility and nothing else. Let's try it. Let's try it. I said we were going to do it. All right. So for setup, we got to finish this. We're going to put out the mushrooms here. This is our moment. This is the one. This is the successful run. I can feel it. If you ask my daughter, I say that a lot when I'm playing Slay the Spire, and then usually it ends in like an immediate disaster. I die like 3 turns in or something stupid. So I wouldn't listen to me, but you know, maybe. All right. So where am I missing this one from? Right here. Okay. So We'll go back to normal difficulty or the reset. We don't have any enraged, nasty sentinel crap. That's going to be good. I like that. I like non-enraged sentinels. Or sentinel. And I think we should probably do the same thing, where we are going to try and start down at the bottom here. And make our way up. I think one of the things that we really struggled with was we were trying to climb these, and then Cheer just spent the game at the bottom because he kept getting sideswiped off these legs. So let's try and avoid that by climbing where we at least have some options. If we have to face tank it, we can. I guess we're also more mobile this time, so maybe it won't be as big of an issue. But let's try and address the middle on the way down. I think. We'll give that a go at least. Now we get to take 3 additional mushrooms. And we'll send Cheer up this right-hand side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to actually stick to it this time. And then he gets to take this one. Anchor. Not super useful, but whatever. And I guess we're not focused anymore. We've got our starting hand. And we're good to go. Alright, so we'll start with Fix again. Hey, the most health gains a Blight. Love that. Love Blight. It just really does it for me. Okay. So we're going to play, and we're going to have 3 points for activation. We're going to play Glide here. Okay. And we're going to move 1 because I started in apparently the wrong spot. We're going to play this Dino card, which lets us jump to there. So we've used 1 so far. And then we're going to lose a grip. And we're going to just move over here. So that's 1, 2, 3 that we've spent. We've used all of our action points. This would allow us another climber may climb 1. But we want to keep this card in hand because it's the one that lets us bash those blighted things, which we know is super important. So we'll just hang on to it. Most health gains a blight, loses a grip. That sucks. We'll draw up to 3 cards again, and let's see what he's going to do. The highest climber loses 2 health. So that's probably our friend Fix. I don't think we need to really worry about that one too much. We have a good hand of cards here for attacking blighted gems, but we're actually not super close to them, which is unfortunate. And this vault lets us go like this weird lateral jump, which doesn't really help us a ton either. So that's a weird thing. Lose a grip, any climber may jump to. That could be cool. Not sure what to do with these guys. Is there anything on this? No, there is not. Okay, I think we play our vault card. And we have 4. We go 1, 2. We pick these up as a free action. What do we find? We found move 2 and +2 grip. And I think we just continue walking till we're up here adjacent to that one. And that's it. And then the highest climber loses 2. That could be either of us. Let's have it be Cheer. Have it be Cheer this time. And then we're back up to 3. What's going to happen to Fix? The whooshy one. So what's important to note about this is that because of this, the shape of it, if we end up on this mushroom spot, we actually avoid it. So we want to blow up this crystal and end up on that mushroom spot is our goal, and then we don't take any damage. And we only have to spend one. We basically need 3. We can strike 1 and that'll do 2 damage. 2, 3. We really only need 3. I didn't want to use... well, let's just use back in my day. Then we don't lose the grip. Okay, so we're going to strike for 1. Because Fix, his passive is... We get +1 once per round. So we'll strike for 2. That gem's eliminated. We don't take any blight because it was purple. And then we spend 2... 3, we don't have to lose a grip because of our card, and we can pick up this mushroom for free. It allows us to avoid damage spots, or 1 damage spot anyway. This guy tries to hit us, he misses, he sucks. And we draw back up to 3. Now our good friend Cheer is probably going to have to rest again, just like we expected, and that probably means bad things, because yeah, this active is above him. 2 damage and push 1 to the right anywhere up here, so that sucks. So I don't think we'll be resting this turn, actually, unfortunately, with our friend here, because I don't know how we would make that work. We would have to face tank a bunch of damage, which we're not that eager to rest, I don't think. So instead, let's just try this. We're going to spend our jump card. Gives us protection from the blight there. And we have 4 action points. So we can spend 3 to hit this, and it's gone. We don't take a blight. And then we can glide 1 down to here, and we'll avoid this and take no damage. And we'll survive. It'll be fine. So this guy misses us. We're good. We're fine. Dropped 3. Found our hidden stash. That's good. And what's going to happen to our friend Fix? He's going to get pushed down 1, and then everyone's either losing a grip or a health. That's totally fine. So let's go with this. We'll play Plunging Strike. That gives us an action point budget of 5. Okay. And we can go 1. We can play our hidden stash. So any climber takes 2 random mushrooms from the box. What do we get? +2 health. Nice. And focus. Also nice. Okay. Then we're going to rest. So we get 7 cards. That means we take 1 of these out. We got 8 here. It's going to be hidden stash. You know it. It is not. It's momentum. Okay, cool. So we're going to put those into our grip pile. So we've used 3 of our actions, and we can go 4, 5. And we're going to end up getting pushed down, but who cares? No big deal. So we get pushed down. We lose a grip. Oh, goodbye, savor the flavor. Happens every time. And then we got rid of climb. Who cares? And it's the next round. So now our friend starts to enrage. It sucks to suck. We don't like that. And it is Cheer's turn. What's going to happen to him? Swift! Okay, so this happens immediately because it's Swift, the enraged version. So he just immediately gains a blight and takes a damage. So our friend Cheer's starting to get hurt a little bit. We could heal for 2. It's not terrible. It'd be nice if we had Savor the Flavor in our hand, but we don't. So let's play Glide for 3. These cards really are highly mobile, but they don't give us a lot of anything else, really. We can go 1, and then we can play our Dino card here, and that lets us jump up to this ledge. And then if we rest immediately, we'll have all of our cards back. We'll gain a mushroom. And we'll have had a really lackluster turn, but we'll feel okay about it. So we'll rest. Because we're playing as cheer, we gain a random mushroom from the supply. I think we would also use this one to gain 2 health. And we don't resolve this because we already did it, because it was swift. So, Fix, what's going to happen? Okay, so Fix has to hustle. It's the big attack in like a 3x5 grid above him. He either has to move down 1, or he has to move up to where this gem is. So up to where the gem is sounds like the move, I think. So, we don't need to heal on this guy. There's kind of nothing like to do with his extra kind of like budget. Like we're either playing 4 or 5, but in either case it doesn't matter. He's not on a spot he can rest at. We could do something cheesy, like we could vault over to here or something like that, but I don't know how useful that is. It would let us pick up that mushroom sooner, and then maybe we can find the one we want. Let's try it. Let's play the wall jump. Okay. So we have a budget of 5. And we're just going to immediately vault. So we can move, we can jump to this spot. And then we still have 5 actions. So we can go 1, 2, pick up this mushroom for free. Block 1, not the one we were looking for. But we've got 3 more actions, and we can go 3, 4, and then strike 1, which will hit it for 2. Actually, we could use our old Rusty here and add +2. So then we would add 3, which isn't enough to kill it anyway. Let's just hit it for 2. Let's just hit it for 2. That's still a good move. We won't take any damage because we ran away, essentially. And, yeah, now it's Cheer's turn. And we're hanging out together. We're closer. What's going to happen to Cheer? The highest climber loses 2 health. Okay, we're both pretty healthy. It'd be better if that was Fix, but that's probably not happening. So let's just forget that existed. And, let's find a way to make this happen. So, let's use the Back in My Day card. We ignore all the obstacles on the terrain and whatever. Because we don't need to rest yet, no way. Or actually, you know what? Let's use Jump. We're still going to lose grip, but we'll actually have enough to just strike that thing. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We lose a grip because of the hard terrain. Oh, our hidden stash. Oh, wait, it's secure. So it goes into our hand. We found our hidden stash. Perfect. And then we can attack it for 1 with our one remaining AP. But we'll use old Rusty here. To apply +2. So we're just going to break that gem. And we're going to play our hidden stash. We take 2 random mushrooms from the box. Nice. We found the one that lets us avoid blight that turn during activation. So we still take it from the stupid monster, but that's cool. It's cool. We're out of AP. We blew up that gem. Life's good. We're happy. We could discard a card for any climber to jump to, but I don't think we want to do that. And the highest loses 2 health. That's Cheer, unfortunately. Now Fix is going to get pushed down 1, And then we're probably losing 2 grip, which means we need to rest this turn. So we want to break this, get up to the ledge, and rest. So if we want to do that, we would need to hit it for at least 2. We would need 5 AP, which we do not have. But what we can do is we can have 4 AP. And then we'll play Savor the Flavor. When you use a mushroom, choose 1. So the mushroom that we will use is going to be 2. That's a great question. I don't know what it should be. Probably to move to. We'll use the one that lets us move to. And when we use it, we can first strike 2. Which we can actually strike 3 because we're fixed. We're way cooler. Then we can move up to that spot where we can rest from that mushroom. We've used no action points. And we can spend 2 to rest. And we have 2 left after that. So what do we want to do with our remaining 2? I don't know. Our skill is another climber may climb 1. That's not super useful for us, you know, especially because we want to keep these things for a future turn. We could just climb, but we're going to end up losing grip, and we'll lose grip, and then we'll lose grip when we get pushed down onto it again. So we'll end up discarding 2 cards for our trouble, which I don't think is worth it. We don't have enough action points to jump. So we can't move diagonally. We could use this to ignore that, but then we get pushed onto it again anyway. So that doesn't really help us. I think we just, it sucks, but I think we just don't have anything to do and we just sit here. We rested. I mean, we could play this, get fixed to climb 1, and then like rest again and get it back on the bottom of our deck. I don't know. Let's just do that. We'll climb over here. He can pick up those mushrooms next time. We'll shuffle this 1 card. And then this gets tossed out. We get pushed down 1, and everybody loses a grip. All right. What's going to happen to fix, or to cheer rather? The most health gains a blight and loses a grip, but that's going to be fix. So that's actually pretty okay for us. So first, let's start by picking up these mushrooms. What do we got? +1 action point and strike 1. So that's pretty okay. Okay, let's play Momentum. This doesn't feel like I have a lot of actually useful things to do right now, because we're just kind of moving around and getting set up. But that gives us 4 action points. We can go 1, and then we can wall jump. And if I discard a card from my hand, I can actually wall jump to this spot here. So I've used 1 AP, and I'm way the hell up there. And then I can just go 2. And then I think I could hit that, but I think I might want to mend. I think I'll mend for 1 and hit it for 1. So it's now down to 3. And then our most health gains a blight and loses a grip. I used my entire hand to do that turn, but that probably means I'm resting as fix again, which we really want to rest as cheer, but whatever. It's just the way it's going. All right. We're going to have 2 enraged abilities this time. We've really kind of just ignored dealing with these gems just by coincidence. It's just sort of how it's worked out. The blighted gems, we just have sort of not done anything about, which feels weird. Oh, wait, this is enraged. So that sucks. Because Fix immediately takes a damage and gains another blight. Us getting this card that gives us blight, the hardest single thing about this game, as our enraged card every single time that we've had one, has been kind of unfortunate, you know? Little unfortunate. Okay, so what are we gonna play here? We're losing a grip no matter what we do, it looks like. So let's just set ourselves up so that we can blow up this thing next time. So we're going to glide. We have 3 action points. We can go 1, 2, lose a grip. Our hidden stash, it goes into our hand. Nice. So we can actually just play that. Any climber takes 2 random mushrooms from the box. Those are the last 2. That means the one we want to find is on the board again. Probably at the top again, because we've gotten all the low ones. So it's one of those 2. Okay, we've used up 2 of our action points. We have 1 more. But what we're going to do is we're going to play Savor the Flavor. When you use a mushroom, you can choose one. What we're going to choose is we're going to use this mushroom that lets us gain 2 grip, and then we're going to gain 3 grip. So we're just going to take 5 cards out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's almost as good as resting. What did we get? We did not get... Oh, we got our hidden stash. That's okay. We want to be mushroom abusers, basically. But that's almost as good as resting. And then we have 1 more action point, and we're just going to move up to here. And I think that's it, right? Like, yeah, I think that's it. So we already resolved the thing because it was swift. And that means it's our friend Cheer's turn. What's going to happen to him? Oh, the huge ass attack. Okay. So the really big boy blow everything up in the general area attack. We don't love that. But we can maybe play our jump card. So we have 4 and we're protected from blight. I think we can make this work. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. So we're going to use our mushroom to strike 1. So this is now down to 2. And the area that's getting hit is like this huge area. I mean, maybe... Do we just face tank this? I don't want to enrage another card. I think actually we do face tank it. So we played our strike mushroom. And then we hit this for 2. 1, 2. It's gone. And then we have 2 more AP. And we're just going to run this way because we're going to end up getting pushed to the right. But nothing else is going to get enraged. And I don't think we actually want to do these other ones. So we can block 1 so that we only take 1 damage. But then we take, we still get pushed to the right. And we don't enrage any other cards. Fix is going to get pushed down 1 and then everyone's going to lose a grip. So we're going to have to rest. Again, we're kind of stuck in this thing where we're resting with Fix. Which we don't want to do, but it's not the end of the world. Because, yeah, if we don't rest, we'll play a card and we'll end up discarding 2. We either have to lose life or we'll fall this turn. Maybe falling isn't that bad. If I do choose to fall, he's going to fall down to here. And I could get Fix up to this ledge, maybe. And then I could just fall and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And then Cheer could rest on his turn. An idea. Okay, so how would we get up to that ledge? We want to take this out on the way, but I don't think we can. Man, these mobility cards are cool, but like this thing here, this vault, like it goes so, like most of them are like this, where they go quite off to the side, and like it's hard to use on this particular sentinel because he's all kind of narrow, you know? Let's just play on principle. Let's play plunging strike. So we have 5 action points. Okay. And we're going to go 1, 2. That means we take a damage. Oof. No, we'll block the damage with a mushroom. And then we'll use this to make our strike works out okay as well. So we've spent 2. We have 3 more. If we strike it for 3, we will hit it for 4. So we will use this mushroom in order to focus up first. Actually, that only lets us improve a card. So never mind. We'll do this mushroom to gain an additional action point. So we can strike it for 4 and it will die. And I thought that would let us get there, but actually, hold on. I have this move 1, but move 1 is definitely not move 2. You know? Whatever, let's just kill it. We'll kill that thing. We don't take any damage care of our mushroom. And then let's use our move to move 1, because then we don't take an additional damage from getting pushed down. And we're not going to fall. We're going to find a way to avoid falling. You know what we're going to do? We're going to play Back in My Day. Any climber may climb 1. Or we just... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. We're not going to do that. Okay, so we're done. We're done. We blew up that gem. Life's good. We get pushed down 1. Then we lose a grip. And everyone loses a grip as well. But we're actually going to lose a health on him. No, we'll lose a health on Cheer. Lose a grip on him. And then we'll draw 1 card. So we didn't end up in a position where we had to fall. As long as our friend Cheer, who's going to lose 2 health and be almost dead, as long as he doesn't die this turn and rests, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. So, I think we need the 4 action points really bad. And we're going to go 1. We don't lose a grip. Hey, that's the one we wanted. 2. And then we're going to rest. Skill issue. Thanks, Martina. It's my favorite card. I think my favorite card is Savor the Flavor. Just because it's kind of amusing. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that was intense. Okay, so we're gonna lose 2 health, which is really not ideal. Oh, but we get a random mushroom from the supply, which means that we flip these all and make a new supply, and we shuffle them all up. And then we're gonna draw 1. Yeah, it's the one I wanted. We're just gonna use it immediately. Plus 2 health. Sweet deal. Because then we're the highest climber, we lose 2 health. Certainly the amateur mycologist is the highest climber, without a doubt. I think that's true. And then it's the next turn. Whoever's got the most health is gonna gain a blight and lose a grip. We're gonna use that lose a blight thing on his turn instead. And he's also going to use the hidden stash. Well, I guess he has to pick one of these first. We'll use the climb ability. And he's going to use his hidden stash. He can recover one of the mushrooms that we've used. It's going to be this one, which he's going to use immediately to get rid of a blight. And then he's got 3 action points. He's going to go 1, 2, and probably just hang out on this ledge and mend 1. I think that's good. And then he's going to gain a blight and lose a grip. Oh, it's secure. It goes into our hand anyway. Haha. Sucks to suck, Leviathan. All right. Angry Leviathan is going to have 3 angry cards now. But this is feeling like by far the most viable we've ever had. The only problem I have right now is before I forget, I need to heal Cheer. Like really bad. Because otherwise we're going to end up dying a horrible death. So it's Cheer's turn. And what's going to happen to him? Swift, take 2 damage. Oh, take 1 damage actually. But gain a blight. So we are 1 away from death down here. Kind of as anticipated. So we basically just have to spend the entire time healing, I think. So we're just going to play this momentum card and spend 4, going 1, 2, 3, 4. So that we don't lose the game at some point here. Due to our stupidity. That's it. All right. We already resolved that because it was Swift, so it's Fix's turn. Ooh. Okay, he's just far enough away that this isn't going to also hit Cheer, because that would really suck. But we got to run. We want to run up to this gem, probably. Because otherwise, it's either up to that one or down to this one. But it's a 6, and that's going to be hard for us to kill. Having the ability to add 1 to our strike is going to be really useful. So... let's use our draw 1 mushroom. See what we get. It wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted a 5 card, which we didn't find. But that's okay. That's okay. We can dream of our success another day. We're gonna play this one. It works out pretty good. Gives us protection from blight and 4. So not bad, because we can go up here and we can go 1, 2, we'll just use this to not have to lose a grip. 3, 4, we're at the thing. But we don't have a way to strike it, I guess. Which sucks. Because we can apply +2 to our strike, but it doesn't actually allow us to strike. Which is a shame. I thought this was going to work, and it doesn't quite get us there. We really needed 1 more energy, basically. But that's okay. We'll find a way to make that work later. The good news is we don't get hit. The bad news is it's going to enrage and make another one of the cards angry at us. Is that worth it? Do we take the 2 damage? We keep having this discussion, and I don't know. No, I think we just suffer the enrage this time. All right. We don't draw anything. And the active player is going to gain a blight and get pushed down 1. That's our friend Cheer. And then everyone's losing a health and a grip. Yikes. So, we want to rest and gain an additional mushroom. And then we want to run away. So, we're just going to play our glide card for 3, which isn't a lot, but we'll rest. Gets us all of our cards back. And we gain a mushroom. It's the 1 movement mushroom. That's a decent one to have. And we know we're going to get pushed down 1. And we know that all of the terrain sucks for us. So we're going to go 1. And then we're going to glide 2, 3, and pick up this other mushroom. It's a strike 2. Nice. That's really good for us. And then we're going to get pushed down onto that other little gem anyway. No big deal. All right, active. Gains a blight. Gets pushed down 1. Everybody loses a grip or a health. We're not losing health, so we're losing grip. Goodbye, savor the flavor. It's always you. It's always you. Sucks to suck. Okay, let's see what we get. Most health and second most health. We gain 2 blight this turn. Love that card. Love it. And we lose 2 grip. Yikes. Okay, so it is Fix's turn. We have to kill this hard to kill gem at the top because we're getting there. We're on the way to success here. So we're gonna play this Back in My Day card. We're protected from blight. Okay. We're also gonna use this mushroom to focus. Okay. And then we're going to play Ol' Rusty over here. Okay. Ol' Rusty man is +2 to your strike. Focus would make it +3. Actually, we're just going to keep the focus for now. But we're going to use that. So it's +2 to our strike. +1 from hit it harder. So that's 3. We're going to spend all our 3 points to hit it. We'll hit it once for 6. It's gone. We broke that big nasty gem up there. We've used all of our points. Everybody gains a blight and loses a grip. Hidden Stash goes into our hand. That's the one we needed. And then we get a not angry card for our friend Cheer. And the highest is going to lose 2 health. That's okay. We can tolerate that one. We can tolerate that one. So we got to make this work. We're going to play this wall jump for 5 action points. And then I think we're going to use our strike 2 mushroom. So we'll strike this for 2, and then we'll spend 1 point to strike it for another time. It's dead. We have 4 action points left. And we're going to use our Hidden Stash. We can take a discarded mushroom, which we're just going to use immediately again to get rid of this blight. I think we're still going to lose to blight, basically, which is a shame, but I don't know what else we can expect here. But we have 4 action points left. We can fall, we can let go. We will take 1 damage, but we still have our 4 action points, which means we can heal for 2 and rest. Rest gets us all of our cards back and a mushroom. And then our highest climber is going to take 2 damage. That's Fix. It's the end of the round. Our dude's really angry now. He's got 4 angry cards. Back in my day. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right, it is Fix's turn. What's going to happen to him? Immediately gains a blight and takes a damage, so he's 1 damage away from we lose the game. That sucks. So I think we are going to play... Momentum for 4, and we're just going to glide 1 to here, and then it causes us to fall, and I think we fall all the way down. Do we fall all the way down, or... Yeah, unless I anchor. Actually, instead of momentum, let's play Dino. Can we be in the same spot? I don't even know if we can. I don't think we can. This has never come up before now, actually. Funny enough. Move it into an adjacent space. Okay. So I think we can be in the same spot. Let's just assume we can. Okay, so we're going to move 1. We're going to let go, so we fall all the way down to here. We don't take the damage there. We're hanging out on this ledge, I guess. I don't know. That feels wrong. I don't want to mess this up. It doesn't feel like we should be able to be in the same spot. Yeah, I think we totally can. Okay, I'm just going to assume we can, because I don't see anything in here that obviously says we cannot be in the same spot or anything. Alright, cool. Let's just assume we can. So. Hey, Pat. Okay, so we've used 1 action. We glided over and then fell straight down. We didn't take any damage, so we have 3 left. And we're going to just use that 3 to heal. To mend ourselves up. So we have a hope in hell here. And that's it. All right. Okay, and we dealt with the thing already because it was swift. So then we're on to the next one. Everybody gains a blight and loses a grip. Cool. Okay, so it's Cheer's turn. What in the hell are we going to do? We just have to kill both of these things. No big deal. I don't really have a good way of killing that one. I'm weak on Cheer, you know? We can block the thing, which is cool. But I think I should send Cheer down here to kill this one. And Fix should kill that one on the next turn. So I'm going to play Momentum. So, we got 4 action points. We can glide Cheer down this way. 1, 2, we can let go. And then I mean, I could get him down to that thing, but I can only hit it for 2 this turn. Which does not feel worth it. I can't rest. I mean, I could rest. I can't I can't... I've spent 2. I can't heal. That's what I'm trying to say here. What if I... Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. What if I just suffer a wound? So that's 3. And then I just mend it. And I'm 2 away. I'm at full health. Life's good. We each gain a blight, which is like... The blight is like, feels very unmanageable in this game. We discard 2 of these. Oh no, back in my day. My favorite card, according to Martina. Because I'm old, apparently. Thanks for nothing. Okay, and what's going to happen to Fix? Something huge. -2 health to the highest and an injury. So that basically kills him. Right? Okay, so we just have to kill these 2 things before we die. It's all we have to do. Right? I can't heal more. I can't get rid of any blight. I just have to, like, suck it up. I'm going to play my jump card. That gives me 4 AP. I'm going to move 1. And then I could strike it for 3. And it would die. Because I would get +1. But instead... I'm going to play Old Rusty here. Actually, do I keep that for cheer? I might need to. It's going to really suck if I can't kill that next turn. I keep Old Rusty. Okay. So I'm going to strike it for 3, and that means I kill it. I don't take any blight damage, but I'm out of actions. That's my whole turn. And this feels awful because, like, there's a really good chance we just get randomly killed next turn, basically. We gain an injury. You cannot let go. If you do, sometime after you fall, you're no longer fearful. And the second highest takes a damage. Okay. We found our hidden stash. That's big. The active is going to gain a blight, and you push down 1. So what do we need to do? We need to make it 1, 2, and then do 4 damage. Because I kept the Old Rusty, I can apply +2, so I need 4. I'm going to use my hidden stash. I'm going to walk down 1, 2. We're just going to gain a blight. We don't care. We're going to use this to add +2, and we're going to blow this up, and we win. I don't know if... I think we win immediately. We would gain our blight. We immediately win. We did it. GG. All right. While we're still getting our feet wet on the whole curing business, we learned real fast that Leviathans react differently when healed. Some ignore us, some get skittish, and some are twice as mad. This one collapsed and went dormant. Don't rightly know why, but the guild will figure it out. They always do. There's our little story card. So we've managed to defeat Sentinel and what was the first guy? The turtle, right? Sage. We've defeated Sage the turtle. Saved Sage the turtle, rather, because we're knocking these crystals off to restore their sanity. And we've saved Sentinel, though he just kind of fell asleep. Who's next? Ooh, it's like a creepy dragon. That's cool. He looks very electrified in a way that I don't like my chances of success on. How many gems are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's significantly fewer gems on this guy than there were on the previous one. There's also this weird thing. What the hell is this? There's like triangles and squares at the top. I assume something happens based on which column you're on or something as part of this guy's deck. I don't know. I want to try this one because I want to know does this feel the same as the other one? Where basically it feels like, irrespective of anything else, I have to manage blight. I can't ever take an extra blight or I lose. That's what it feels like for the first one, right? So I want to see, or for Sentinel anyway. So I want to see if that's the case for Storm here or not. Because I feel like we're playing on like the easy enemies, and I don't feel like I played that game like really badly. Maybe I could have played slightly more risky or something. Like there's, you know, a few times where I maybe rested a little conservatively or something, but I don't think I'm leaving like 20 actions on the table or something like that. And like I just barely, I'm like multiple times like one turn away from losing. And at the end there, I had so much blight that I was just going to lose on the next round for sure, right? And that's with like I've intentionally taken a character that I can abuse in order to get rid of blight. If I didn't have that, we would just have more blight. And I feel like, I don't know how you, like, it doesn't feel like there's enough room for me to play around that very effectively, but that might be that scenario where we're wasting a ton of bandwidth on like the climb or something, and maybe it's different here. So I want to give this one a go, but I am going to take like a quick break first, get something to drink, run to the washroom, that sort of thing. So I will be back in just a couple minutes here, and we're going to try Storm, the creepy lightning snake, and see what happens. So I will catch you back here in just a minute. All right, friends, welcome back. So, we're going to try and fight the next boss here, Storm. Big, mean-looking dragon dude. And I think we're going to try a different character. I don't know what to expect out of the deck here. No idea. But I think we're going to try somebody other than Cheer. Amateur mycologist, jovial mycologist, fun, but let's try somebody else. So, I mean, Hazard was super straightforward, just was like tanky, basically. Let's try Hazard. Hazard was tanky. We're gonna do that. Like tanky. I like not being dead. I think that's a good look for me. The free climber deck, I think, might actually be really good on this one, because it gave us a lot of like adjacency options, like vault, where like, yeah, climbing around on this one might be really tough. So I think we're going to run free climber again, but we're going to try playing as Fix and Hazard. We're just going to give our mushroom loving friend a little break here. And let's read this intro for Storm here. Goodness gracious, what a mess. This whole region is beset with clashing elemental powers. Howling sandstorms, frigid rain, and lashing lightning. At the center of this maelstrom, we found this poor creature. See how it yearns upwards, desperate to reach the roiling clouds above? All right. So Hazard, no extra setup required, but can discard a card to block one once per turn, which is going to be really useful. Oh, what am I doing? We only get 3 cards, and I got to do all the setup on here. So this will be interesting because I feel like that other scenario might have just been really difficult with 2 players. Because it does seem very punishing, maybe not really difficult, but more difficult, because we know that we gain blight in it, and that it applies to, like, you know, the like 2 players. If we had 4 players, we would get half as much blight, right? Like we would be able to gain a total of 28 instead of 14 without dying, and we'd be applying 2 across 4 players instead of 2 across 2 players. So in theory, maybe it would have been easier with more players. You get half as many turns, but you have significantly more resources that you can manage with. Where if you take, 2 damage and gain a blight, that basically one-taps somebody. Like, it's really tough on the 2-player experience. So we'll see how this one goes. Storm looks grumpy, not gonna lie. I see lots of blighted gems, but actually there's the same number of gems in this scenario as last one. I think I counted, and I thought I had counted that there was fewer, but no. There was 1 die left over in each color last time, and there's 1 die in each color this time as well. So apparently I just can't count to 10. No surprise there. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's similar. No idea. We will find out. We're playing really straightforward characters that one guy's a little tanky, one guy does a little bit of damage, and we're going to try to make up for their otherwise questionable decks with the mobility free climber deck and see what happens. The art is awesome. No surprise indeed. It needs more Hydro Turtle. Oh man, Hydro Turtle. Look, I actually flipped through this. I flipped through the book to see if there was a more Hydro Turtle boss, and there really isn't, unfortunately. But the next one is super creepy. Super creepy. So we'll have to show Martina when she's in chat. I mean, I guess now I've put all the dice on this, so probably now is not the best time. But at some point we'll have to show Martina, because I guarantee you she doesn't like it. And it will be amusing for me, at least. Okay, so we're going to start with Fix. I don't know the significance of these, and they weren't really explained. Let's just start over here. And we'll see if we can send our friend Hazard up this other stalactite. Which one is it? I don't know. All right. So what's going to happen first? For Fix, everybody in square columns loses a health. Okay, so that's no one currently. So that's cool. But of course, unfortunately, we can only move 1 guy, so we're just going to have to suffer a bunch of that fairly regularly. And I see on the other side that it's going to be gain a blight. So we're just going to pretend we hadn't seen that, and life's going to be good. So I think we just play our 5 wall jump card. Mind you, we want to not end in a square column. So we probably can't attack that dice this turn. I mean, it's 1 damage. Maybe we just take the damage. What would we do? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could hit it for 1, but we would get to do 2 damage to it. And we'll just suffer a damage and call it a day. Who cares? We don't care. We're tough. So we'll take a health damage. We'll see if we regret that later. We'll draw back up to 3 cards. And what's going to happen to Hazard over here? All triangle columns are going to lose a health. So the opposite. I did shuffle these, but interesting. You have to wait? Oh, you came back. Oh, okay. There's all the dice here. Once we've cleared off this bottom half, once I've been super successful and I've cleared off this bottom half, then I can flip the page over and you can see this amazing thing, because you're really gonna like it. Okay, so we want to end up in a square column, and ideally we want to be on this spot. So I think we have really low value cards, but I think we just play this 4, and we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna actually discard this to block 1 and block that damage, which I think is legit. We're gonna say that it is, and then none of us take any damage. We're fine. We're happy. We're good. What the hell does that mean? I want to see it too. You'll see. I guarantee Martina doesn't like it. So, in the actives column, we lose 2 health and gain an injury. And in the adjacent columns, we lose 1 health. Also, everything on the backside of these is swift. It's just bad. It's not good. It happens immediately. We're going to lose this scenario so hard. Okay, so we want to kill this die and then move over 2 spots. So, we can strike it for 1 and it's dead. And then we have 3 more. We can go 1, 2, 3, and we can pick this mushroom up. And then we don't take any damage. Life's good. We're happy. Okay. Whoever's got the most health, lose 2 health and push down 1. That could be Fix, probably. Okay, so we're going to just play Back in My Day, my favorite card according to Martina. That allows us to not take any blight and do 3 damage to this. It's just dead, and we're happy. We survive. We don't need to use any of these. And we just get rid of this. This guy's going to take 2 damage. Oh, he's down to 5 and get pushed down. And then it's going to be his activation. The highest climber is going to take 1 damage and lose a grip. And the closest to the highest is going to lose a grip. So that sort of sucks. And it's Fix's turn here. We're probably going to need to rest soon. All of my cards are +4. So we're moving 4. And none of them allow me to prevent taking this damage, and I'm hurt. So all of that is sucky. So I think what we're going to do, we don't actually have any of these gems to kill anytime soon. We got to kind of work our way over to there. So we're going to use this one. So we got 4 AP. We're just going to fall down. We're going to rest and get these back into our deck. And then we're going to mend for 2. Which feels like a big waste. But, you know, what else are we going to do? Oh, that means he's the highest. So he's going to lose 1 and we're going to lose 2 grip. And, now our dude gets a little angrier, and I don't feel like we accomplished very much before the anger started to set in. So it's Hazard's turn here. What are we going to get? The highest is going to lose 2 health, and the closest to highest is going to lose 1 health. So at least health we can manage a lot better than Blight. So there's that. And we know some of the column things are coming up too. Those are going to suck. Well, we have just like, these are really useful to retain in hand. At least this one is. It lets us block and prevent blight, which is cool. But the rest of what we've got is tragic. So we're just going to play Glide. 1, 2, gain a mushroom, +1 action point. I think we're going to send... We want this guy to be our destroy the blighted ones. So we're going to move this guy over towards this. And I could use the mushroom to get him there, and then he can kill it really easily with the drill fist next time. Let's do that. just so we can get this show on the road. Okay, he's going to lose 2 health and a grip. Well, I guess his grip would be this one, which I actually gain. And then this guy's going to lose a health and a grip. All right. What's going to happen to our friend Fix? He's got the most health, so he's going to lose 2 health and get pushed down 1. And we have nothing in our hand that lets us get past these without taking damage. Like, it sucks. Okay, we're actually going to use this drill fist, even though we set it up so it would work last time. The other one's better anyway. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just trying to make our way up there, I guess. We get pushed down 1. And we lose 2 health. We're like almost dead and we've hardly done anything. And then, okay, so we want to run away. This active column and the ones adjacent to it are really bad. Really bad. So we're going to strike for 1, or I guess we got to play one of these. We're going to play momentum. So we've got 4, and we're going to strike for 1 and use Old Rusty. That gives us +2. This gets blowed up. And then we still have 3 more. So we can go 1, 2, 3, I guess. And maybe we come up towards this ledge here and then rest next turn. I don't know. I just feel like we're going to lose. This feels hard. All right, what's going to happen to Fix? Something bad. Oh, these are the column ones, right? So all triangle columns. Okay, this guy's not in a triangle column. This guy is. He was going to climb the triangle column. So that's kind of unfortunate. He's also just really hurt, you know? Which sucks. Can we do something good here? Sure. We're gonna climb. We're gonna climb with this guy. Check this out. We got 3 to spend. We can go 1, 2, and then we can wall jump. Oh, then we're gonna fall. Crap. No, we won't do that. That would be too cool. I really don't want to face tank an extra damage because we're hurt so bad. But it's gonna take us like 7 years to climb up this thing if we just continue floundering. Whatever. We're just going to climb to there. We're going to mend 1. Be sad. And suffer 1 damage. Wah. Okay. What's going to happen? All the square columns. So exactly where we are for this guy. Perfect. Everything about this is working out exactly incorrectly. So that's fun. We're going to get 5 points with our wall jump. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to rest. What do we get? We got to get rid of 1 of these cards. Okay. We don't get Old Rusty. That sucks. We like that one. So we've spent 3. 1 to move. 2 to rest, and then we can get out of this column. 4 and 5 will mend 1. Not bad. We can probably kill this next turn. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, we got Back in My Day, my favorite card because I'm old. Thank you, Martina. Love you. So. What is our angry guy going to do to Fix? All triangle columns immediately gain a blight, which is both of us. This is a loss. This is like such a hard loss. They're not even going to be close. Okay, Fix, what are you going to do? We've already resolved your thing, so you don't need to worry about that. I guess we could have used our relic shield there to block or prevent one thing. And I think we can use that in the solo game on either of our guys. So we could have prevented our blight gain, because that's why we had that in our hand this entire time. So let's do that. And then I don't think we can kill this next turn, no matter what we do, because I don't think we have a way to put up 5 damage with this dude. But he might just continue climbing, and maybe, because it's gonna, at some point it's gonna be the square column. Maybe we keep this dude down here to deal with these. Let's try that. So we're gonna have 3, and we're gonna go 1, 2. We don't suffer the damage, and then our final one will strike, but we strike for +1, so we hit it for 2. That means we can kill it with 1 next time. Not bad. We already suffered the damage. So what's going to happen to our friend Hazard? All square columns. So we're good. That's swift. It happens immediately. We're not in any square columns. We're good. I don't know how we keep top decking those. I don't care. This guy's going to suffer a damage for climbing through this, but we're just going to try to get up to that ledge. We're just going to use our crappy climb card because we need AP budget really hard in this deck, I feel like. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. We can't fall now, and we could rest next time. We do take a damage, though. We could discard a card to block it. I don't think it's worth it. And then what's going to happen to our friend Fix? The highest loses a health and a grip. That's Hazard. Sucks to suck. Okay, so we're going to play Momentum. That gives us 4 AP. And we're going to also use our Drill Fist here. It says, strike 1 and gain 1 grip. While activating, if you have not moved, apply +1 to that strike, which is exactly what happens. So we can kill this, and we haven't used any of our 4 AP. We get 1 card, Wall Jump, at the bottom of our deck. Not bad. And then with our 4 AP, we're going to go 1, 2, and do I want to be set up for that, or do I want to rest? Probably I want to rest. I want to get these cards back into my deck. So we'll rest, and we get all these back. Especially the one that lets us block Blight is really kind of essential. We want that in hand. And that means I have 1 extra, which no, I don't have 1 extra, actually. Never mind. I won't heal. But I will lose 1 health on Hazard, and then we both lose a grip. And then it's Hazard's turn. What's going to happen to him? Most health loses 2 health. We're both at 4, so we're extremely close to dying. Which is sucky. I also don't know that we have... I want to end my turn on this die, I think. I could go to that mushroom above it, but I need to heal, or we're just going to lose. We're taking a lot more damage just from these cards this time compared to the previous scenario. So, like, there's fewer attacks that we have to avoid and more just, yo, you take 2 damage, you know? So, okay. So, I'm going to play Vault. So I have 4 action points to spend. And then I'm going to use this Dino card so I can jump. And that jumps me right onto this spot. But I'm going to move 1 higher, grab the mushroom. Lets me get rid of a thing. That's really good. So I've spent 1 out of my 4, and I'm going to spend the remaining 3 healing. And then the most health loses 2 and gets pushed down 1, and I'm right on top of that thing. I can blow it up next time. Probably. Hey, time roller. Oh no, you know what? I took my coffee inside and I left it there. I suck. Damn. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. Alright, what's going to happen to our friend Fix? His column and the adjacent ones are going to lose some health. So we probably want to try and blow this up and then move over 1 further. Which is going to be really not easy to do. But I think we could use our relic shield to prevent us taking damage. I still think we can't do it. We're just going to lose a health here, I think. 1 health isn't that bad, but we're really low. And if those swift things happen, we just might lose. I don't know. We're going to use this wall jump. So we have 5 AP. We're going to move 1. And then we're going to attack it for 4. We get +1. So that's 5. It's going to get damaged. We're going to use our relic shield to block or prevent the gain of the blight. And then we're out of things, but I think we're just going to use our +1 AP to move over 1. Oh, then we have to discard a card. We lose a grip. That also sucks. Everything about this is bad. Okay, we're just going to keep that AP. We're just going to lose the health and be sad. Oh, wait. This guy's also in the column and also loses a health. We suck. This one's... I don't feel like this snake and I are friends. You know, he's kind of just a mean dude. And I don't like it. Okay. So 3 cards are going to be mean this time. Thanks for that posture check, Time Roller. I'm slouching with my impending failure here. Alright, so what's going to happen to our friend Hazard? The highest is going to lose 2 health and a grip. And the closest to highest is going to lose a health and a grip. So Hazard will be 1 away from death, which is unfortunate. We're going to play Jump. This means he's protected from the Blight. And he's going to strike it for 2. And use old Rusty over here to get +2. So that means it gets blowed up. And he's still got 2 action points left. I think he just heals. I think he just heals 2 and stays where he's at. And then he's going to take 2 damage, but he's going to discard one of these to block one of them. So he's going to take 1 damage and lose a grip. Ooh, we're going to fall. Oh god, we're so screwed. Well, that sucks. I don't think I have any way to prevent this. Okay, hold on. I don't want to fall. I'll basically be starting the scenario over again. Like, it'll be so bad. So, instead of healing 2, I took 1 damage, I healed 2, I was at 4. Instead of healing 2, I had 2 left, 2 action points left. I could have glided 1. I have 1 action point left. I can spend this to gain an additional 1, and I will rest. I will happily retcon that, because I'm not suffering the consequences of falling all the way to the bottom. That would suck. That means I'm really going to be hurt, though. Okay, so I'm going to get hit for 2. I'm going to block 1. I then have to get rid of a grip. I get rid of another grip. Back in my day is gone. Oh, this one comes into my hand, though. And this guy takes a damage, which I think I already did. Oof. Alright, what's going to happen to Fix? The least blight gains a blight and loses a health, gets pushed down 1 and gains an injury. Jesus. That's awful. Okay, we're going to play our Drill Fist. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Gain a health. Just don't want to fall down. Does that even make sense? Maybe I just go 1, 2. Maybe I just go 1 and I gain 3 health. God, that feels disgusting. Oh well. I've got the least blight, so I'm going to gain a blight and lose a health. I get pushed down 1, which means I lose a grip. Ugh. No, I get that one into my hand, but I gain an injury. No, I'm going to shuffle this. That's the same... We've gotten that same card like 7 times now. Annoying. I'm annoying. It's on brand. The next Leviathan attack that targets another climber targets you instead. Then remove this injury. Okay, so instead of this targeting Hazard, it's going to target me. Actually, that doesn't target a dude. There really aren't any that target. I don't know that this really... I guess least blight could be the one. Anyway. Okay, so all square columns immediately gain a blight. We're not in any square columns, so that's cool. Which means the triangle column is going to come out, but it's going to not be swift. So we have an opportunity to... We want to not end on a triangle column. Alright, Hazard, what are we going to do here? How are we going to make this work? We want to get over to this square column. Except there's multiple things there. So that's sucky. Maybe we just want to rest and heal. I think we want to just rest and heal. We're going to play Momentum. We're going to rest. And then we're going to heal too. What am I doing? We had to stay in that triangle column for that, but what are you going to do? All triangle columns lose a health. That's not so bad. I can discard a card to block it. If I want. Okay, so Fix, what the hell are we doing, man? How are we winning the game here? We're gonna play Dino. Or do I just need to jump with that? Maybe I play... I'm not in a position to use old Rusty here. So I can go 1... Oh, that sucks. I don't want to take that damage. I'm really dying to damage here. Dying to damage. Imagine that. 1, 2, 3. Glide down to here. That's 4. I'm picking up this mushroom. It better be good. It's +2 health. That's dreamy. And then I'm playing Dino so that I can jump up to this ledge. That's big. And I'm still in a triangle column. I'm going to eat this mushroom, gain the 2 health, and then I'll suffer the 1 damage. And Hazard's also in a triangle column, and he's also just going to suffer the damage. Oh, I guess I lose a grip. I'll lose a grip to not take the damage. Okay. It's looking better. It's looking better. What's the next thing? Okay, so this one is going to be our annoying injury, right? The next Leviathan that attacks another climber. This is attacking Hazard, so instead it's going to hit Fix, and Fix is going to lose 2 health and gain another injury. Unless he moves. Okay, we're gonna play Plunging Strike. We got 5. Let's set ourselves up. We're gonna get the ones that let us hit blighted gems soon. Let's set ourselves up to hit this gem. So we're gonna go 1, pick this up. Please be good. Focus. It lets us focus. That's not bad. And then we're gonna go 2. And I really am struggling with this damage. I'm just gonna jump for 3, my remaining 3. I jump over this and I'm on the thing. And then I'm going to play this card, Glide. Any climber may glide 1. And I'm just going to glide this guy down to here. That does mean that I lose a grip, which sucks. But it's better than gaining an injury. And then this is going to attack, and he's going to take 1 damage. Which is better than it could have been. We desperately need to rest soon. Also, he's getting really pissed off. We got up to 4 angry cards now. That ain't good. That ain't good. Take a second here to check something out real quick. All right. Where were we? We were, we just had to target Fix instead of Hazard, and now it's Fix's turn to get punched in the face, which is going to be really unfun, but it's just the way it's going to be. So, what do we get? What do we get? What's Fix's thing? Oh, it's the same one. So we just got to get out of this column. Oh no, it's Swift. It happens immediately. Oh my god. Okay, so our friend Fix, we're going to use this relic shield to prevent 1 blight gain, but we still gain 1 and an injury. This one was gone. What's our next injury? It's Graceless. After you stop falling, you lose a health. Cool. We needed more ways to lose health, I think. So what the heck is Fix gonna do? Man. Okay, I'm playing Climb, and then I'm going to use this. Any climber may climb 1. And I'm moving 1 and resting, which is disgusting. Well, I got 9 in here. This is a really gross way of not falling, because I don't want that guy to fall. It's just the way it's going to be. So we don't get 2 cards. The rest go here. We achieved nothing that turn. We already suffered the consequences, so no big deal. And what do we get on Hazard's turn? Swift, all triangle columns. Gain a blight. Well, that's our friend over here, but it's not our friend over here. So we want to blow up this gem and run away. Right? So we're going to play our jump card. Actually, you know what? We're not. We're going to play our back in my day. No, we're going to play jump. Okay, so this prevents us from getting the blight. And we're going to even use our thing to focus. So we've got a focus, and we're going to play our drill fist plus the focus. So it's strike 2 and gain a grip. And then while activating, if you have not moved, apply +1 to that strike. So we get to strike 3. We do not take any blight. This is gone. And we have 4 things still. We don't want to end in a square column if we can avoid it, because we know that that's coming. We don't need to rest, so we can just glide 1 and then spend 3 healing, mending. 1, 2, 3. We're at full health. We're looking good. We can glide down to here and then, oh, I guess we don't have an anchor, so we're just gonna have to walk down to there and it's gonna suck. But that's okay. That's okay. That's the least of our problems. Our biggest problem is that our friend Fix here is probably gonna die. Let's see what happens to him. The highest climber is gonna lose 2 health. And a grip. The closest is going to lose 1 health in a grip. So that's okay. The highest is Hazard. He's healthy. I wish we had 1 extra AP right now, which we don't. Because there's this stupid jump, the stupid damage in the way. And damage has been a real consistent problem for us. So I don't want to waste back in my day to get there, because then I can't actually kill it. So we're just going to play the wall jump. And we're actually going to go... Oof. We're going to try it. We're going to go 1. I guess it doesn't make a difference. 2, 3. And then we can heal 2. We lose 1, I guess, and then heal 2. So we have a net gain of 1. If we jumped over it, it works out the same. But we're on that spot, ready to do good things. Maybe. Wait, hold on. Is this a square column? It is. Maybe we don't want to do that. Because the square one hasn't come out yet. We don't want to gain blight. Oh, this sucks. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3, and heal 2. Not exciting, but safe. And then this guy's going to lose 2 and a grip. And then we're going to lose 1 and a grip. And then we're going to gain our card. And we're going to see what kind of nastiness is going to happen to our friend Hazard. The least blight gains a blight and loses a health, gets pushed 1 down and gains an injury. Yikes. That's pretty bad, honestly. That's pretty bad. But I think getting to this thing is going to be really hard. And we're just going to take this opportunity to kill it. And hope that it all works out later. I can't believe I messed that up like that. Because we have plunging strike. We can glide 2. Which means we can glide right down to this thing. And then anchor and strike it for that much, which means we would strike it for 2 and we'd have to strike it 1 more. It's dead and we're happy. I think I was in this spot, but anyways, we're gonna play back in my day. I need that for the other guy because otherwise I'm gonna die. Okay, we're gonna play old Rusty. We're gonna then play plunging strike, glide up to 2. We're going to glide down to here. We take a damage, Well, then we can anchor and strike for that amount. So we strike for 2. It was a 3, so it's at 1. So we've used no action points. We'll spend 1 more to kill that. Okay, and then unfortunately we have 3 more action points. And we know that we're going to get pushed down 1, which means that we're going to gain, like we're going to fall all the way down to here. So I think instead of that, we're just going to suck it up and we're going to let go. We're going to go all the way down to here. And we have 3 action points left with which we can heal 1 and we can rest. And we get back all of our cards except for 1. We're kind of sort of getting there. We're kind of sort of getting there. Okay. Least blight gains a blight, loses a health, gets pushed 1, which doesn't matter, and gains an injury. What's our injury going to be? We're fearful. We cannot let go, so it's a good thing we did it already. All right, what's going to happen to our friend Fix? All square columns lose a health. That's both of us, which puts us dangerously close to dying here. Or wait, that's not here. That's not the triangle. We're actually good. We got to hit this thing. We got to get rid of this stupid gem. I think there's no way that we can do it without eventually gaining a blight here. We're going to try back in my day, and we're going to go 1, 2, and then we can strike it for 1, but we do 2 damage. So it's down to 2. And then we lose a health on both of our guys, which sucks. And now he's really pissed off. They're all nasty. So we only have 2 gems left. The unfortunate thing is that we have to kill them both with Fix. And it's Hazard's turn, and I don't even know what we're going to do that's going to be useful. Because we recently rested. We can heal and rest, basically. I don't think it's worth us trying to climb back up. We got like 90 miles to go. Okay, it's Hazard's turn, which is great, because he's the one who's going to... Oh, we immediately die. So he takes 2 blight and gains an injury. And because these have met, that means that he's like eliminated. So we just lost. What happens exactly? We get like 1 more turn essentially, but I don't think that's gonna... I don't think we're killing both of those gems. Conceivably, it might be possible. After any climber is defeated, the remaining climbers must quickly finish, or they lose. So we get 1 more turn, and then the game's over. So we get to do whatever we can with our friend here. And if we can manage to somehow kill both of these things, we win. But I don't think we can. I think we really, really, really almost can. But not actually. So let's see. We're going to play our Relic Shield. Okay. That gives us 4 action points on Fix. He's dead. Hazard is dead. He's going to attack this for 1, but it does 2 damage because of his thing, but he gains a blight. If this thing was slightly higher, I think we could win, but it isn't. So he's going to vault, which puts us over to here. And we still have 3 action points. And we can go 1, 2, we have to discard a card. So we have 1 action point left. We can't use this because we already used it, but I can use this card which says strike 1. And then with our final action point, we can do the last strike and we actually win. So we did do it. Literally down to the wire, last card, nothing else left. But we did it. Hazard died. He's just down here, super dead. Fix survived, but only barely. But we did it. Cool. So we beat this one. It's interesting. This was like a much different scenario than the previous one. And this means that, Martina, I can show you the joy that is the next scenario. I think you're not going to care for it very much. Oh, wait. This one's fine. I didn't see this one. This is like cuddly. This is the cuddly, weird octopus eye squid. It's this one that I don't think you would like very much. I think I can hear it crawling on your shoulder, actually. It's really creepy looking. Come on, it's got like pokey like spinnerets and, you know, other like nasty stuff. Just overall, it doesn't look like a fun time. I don't really want to save this one. I think I'd be okay. Weaver? Weaver can just hang out. I don't need to save Weaver, you know? I don't like Weaver. Watcher is like okay. It's like a cuddly beholder. It doesn't look too bad. Interestingly, it's more difficult than the other 3. But I think I'm gonna call it here. I feel like I'm really surprised that I managed to sneak out the win on Storm here. Oh, I gotta read Storm's the conclusion. Happily, our efforts released the frenzied creature. In a marvelous display, it surged upward and vanished into the thundering clouds overhead. Unfortunately, that knotted tangle of chaotic magic also released all at once. Suffice to say, among the cacophony of wind, fire, and lightning, we were forced to carry out an enthusiastic retreat. All right. Yeah. I think I'm going... I see you, Lady of Cost. There you go. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. I had fun with Leviathan Wilds. I really like the theme. The artwork's fun. I like the idea of the deck building with the class and whatever. But I get the distinct vibe that I would rather play this with more players, right? The solo combined deck thing works okay, but it does mean that you spend a lot of time, like you have, compared to two-handed, right? You have like almost half as many cards. So you spend a lot of time resting. And like, that's okay, I guess. Like maybe that's on purpose to manage so that you have the threat of falling or whatever. But it feels like if you ever mess that up once, you lose the game. There's not enough bandwidth for you to climb halfway up the creature again, right? So then you just have to kind of like play conservatively. And the blight adds up in a way that isn't particularly fun. It doesn't feel like I have a lot of agency to avoid it. I just have to race, and I have to play as fast as I can, but then I have to rest all the time because of the nature of the combined decks. So, I don't know. And maybe it's just that I'm not playing well or something like that. But I don't feel like I'm playing, like, egregiously poorly, you know? Like, really, really badly, and leaving a lot of moves on the table where, you know, like it's kind of that typical thing I feel like with like maybe not board games necessarily so much as just games in general, inclusive of video games. But when you play with like a smaller party, it's like, you know, oh, there's all these classes, except a ton of them are non-viable in as like a solo player, right? You have to be sort of tanky or whatever. And that felt like the case here. I have to have a way to deal with blight or I lose, right? So that a bit of a shame, but I enjoyed it anyway, despite that. But I feel like, yeah, it's like I'm sitting here playing this and it's just like, I would rather play this with 2 players or maybe 3 or 4, right? And see what it's like. So play more players and then you would know. Okay, so I did play this. Can you see the Leviathan? The next one, the creepy one. Here's the creepy guy. Here's the creepy guy. It's a big creepy spider of general creepiness. I think it looks a lot more terrifying in person. I don't think you can appreciate the weird color on its obviously hairy body on stream. Oh, it's cute. I'm not sure I would agree, but you know, everybody has their thing. So yeah, anyways, I did play this two-handed time roller last time. I did make a rules error, but I don't think that affected my overall impression of the game. I liked it better just as playing with two players two-handed instead of the solo kind of combined deck thing. It probably reduced the difficulty a little bit as well, which probably didn't hurt. But I don't generally enjoy playing that way. I know you play that way on stream all the time, and like, I hate it. I really don't enjoy playing as multiple players, even in a cooperative game. It just doesn't do it for me. So I liked it better from it didn't feel like I had to rest every other turn, but I didn't like it from like just recognizing that it's not my favorite way to play a game, you know? So totally understand. Yeah, exactly. Right. Honestly, I don't know how you do it. Like, I find it just really difficult to, I don't know, just make decisions and sort of try to, like, yeah, it's just, it's a different experience in a way that I find just like mucks with my brain. I don't know. Anyway, this was fun. I liked this game a lot. Obviously much better when you don't make that single rules mistake I made last time, which was that I thought you always gain a blight even with these purple dice. It's only when attacking the blighted dice, which sounds obvious when I say it that way, wasn't obvious from my read through of the rules. So I missed that one the first time. But overall, had a good time, liked this game, just eager to play with more players now. So got to keep secrets from yourself. Yeah, exactly. You can't keep secrets from yourself, and I don't like it. I don't like it. But anyways, with that, I guess we should probably find a place to raid real quick. Wrap this up appropriately. And where is that going to be? I don't know. Let's take a look. See if the new raid tool makes me hate my life like it usually does. Who we got in the same category? Board gamer Steph's on. It's been a little while since we raided Steph. And then a bunch of people that don't actually look like they're playing board games at all. So it's basically Steph, I think, in the English language. You know what? Let's raid Steph. That'll be fun. And click following atop. Yeah, I did that. Board Gamer Steph is giving away games. Okay, cool. Board Gamer Steph is giving away games. I didn't know that. Let's raid Board Gamer Steph. Maybe you guys can win something. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna start this raid up. Thanks so much for being here today, guys. It was a smaller stream, unusually, like anomalously small one. Small crowd today, so appreciate you guys for hanging out and having fun with Leviathan Wilds. This coming week, I will be back on Wednesday on YouTube with Sarah. We're going to be playing Lords of Waterdeep, and then I will be back as usual next Sunday, 1 p.m. Mountain. Not sure what I'm going to play. Got to figure that out. Probably not Leviathan Wilds again. I've streamed this twice now. I think I'm good with it solo. But I'll have to figure out something else. So I, per usual, will post the schedule in the Discord. I've been a little late on that lately. I'm going to try and get back to doing that every Monday. But I will figure out what's happening Sunday, and I will see you guys then. And hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain, over on YouTube with Sarah for some Lords of Waterdeep. So with that, let's head over to Board Gamer Steph, and maybe you guys can win some games. Have a good one, guys.